I solo tanked it. I don't know if I would have killed it. I don't know how low I got it, but it's fine. Wasn't even at full power. I had like a bunch of dex damage. Oh, and I have charisma drain. That's pretty cool. I probably will be talked out of it pretty easily. I only have 7 charisma right now.
Alright, so everybody's good, and everybody's...
Yeah, I'm ready.
I talk you out of it. I roll intimidate.
Oh, that's all we're doing? We're just saying that it happens? Alright, well.
Alright, so... yes, it is still the night of getting accosted by guards, talking with guards, and performing psychic surgery on the...
yeah, it was fine.
On the
I spent like 2 days in the dream world.
It just recently left, and so did the guards.
Yeah.
So, what do you all do?
Well, Fingrim probably comes from downstairs and is asking where Moon Jr. is. Like, where did he go?
That
is a good question.
He looked
He left.
not unique anymore. And it looked like he went home.
Okay. And then, yeah, Fringham's going to be like, well, we have to go after him, and, like, we need to talk to him.
I don't think so.
And then,
There
yeah, I
might
guess...
be more Darrow there.
Yeah, that's even more reason to go, then. He might be in trouble.
I don't think
There be Darrow and Dim Hales.
he'll be fine. Looks like his droid functionality has returned. We need to rest and get our ship back.
Okay, but Fingrim doesn't look happy about it, but he'll kind of sigh because he's like really exhausted too.
At the moment, I think we all need to rest. Then we need to make plans. Go on and head over down to Kadir.
That's true.
What time is it in the game?
It's like 7 p.m.
All right.
It's dark by now.
Oh, I figured it out. Okay. Yeah, it's...
Do I know if there's going to be at the... Well, this is a ship town, right? A general naval.
Yeah, it's a port town.
Okay, so as such, do I know if there are ships that can go all the way out to?
Yes, you do.
Kadir?
And yes, there are some that certainly can.
Are they merchant or are they civilian or what?
Mostly trade vessels, because Kadira is a major source of like imports and stuff for. So yeah, there would be lots of trade vessels. There would be some trade vessels that go to Kathir. That's like the capital city in Kadira.
All right. Well, with that in mind, Gustav mentions
tomorrow. I think we're going to go ahead and check out a few things with the various ships and find out what is going to be departing over in the out over towards Kadir. This is a naval town, and so naturally there'll be ships that will go out across the sea.
Oh, we actually are on the on the inner sea right now. Like Casimir is actually. I was like trying to figure that out. but we're actually like on the coast kind of right now.
Is it on my huge ass map?
Yeah, it's just north of Absalom. It's like if you go
So,
to Absalom and then scroll
one
up, it's
thing-
right above it.
That happens for you guys is as Gus is talking about the possibility of getting a ship, and you guys are also starting to entertain the thoughts for Kudu, Fingrim, Cormac, and Sister Maria. You all feel a strange sensation. This weird series of like clicks and like electrical like sounds, like distortions, like you would hear from like a television or something. And you hear a voice that you can somehow understand. And although you've heard this before in the dream world, hearing it right now as you are awake and lucid is painful, and you have to like clutch your head or steady yourself. And the voice very clearly says, "It reaches its tendrils through the minds of those who know of it. It reaches beyond the veil of dreams. Hurry."
And I probably noticed like everyone else. I don't know if that will statement even mattered. Yeah, because I probably noticed everyone else kind of clutching their head, and Fingrim kind of like nods, kind of weakly.
Who did not hear it?
You didn't.
The only people who didn't hear it are Gus and Jane.
Okay.
So wait, we recognize that voice, is what you're saying, though.
Yeah, you recognize it. It's the same voice you heard from after you had regained your memories in the dream world.
Oh,
Right.
okay.
Well, I didn't regain my memories.
Well, you were still in the dream world though, and you did still hear it.
Yeah. We think that's the voice of the entity that we now know the name of. And if you know the name of it, it can infect your mind. Whose name I shall not say for sin, so that she doesn't get her mind infected.
I'm trying to. I don't even remember the name out of character. I can't remember it.
I found it.
Found it in your notes. I suppose I could check my notes. My
Who
notes are
all
not very
has ability
organized.
damage?
I have.
I have 3 decks.
All right, so I have 5 dex damage right now, and 1 charisma drain, and then I also have 1 wisdom damage, but that's going to go away by resting. So
Do
I'm not
you
worried about
still
that.
have a negative level, or is that gone away?
No, the negative level. I know. It seemed like it was permanent, but no, that's gone now. We already took care of that.
Okay.
No. You.
Oh, I
you
do-
have.
I do have
You
one
have
right now, but it's going to
negative
heal.
level.
It's going to heal overnight.
Yeah,
It's from Breath of Life, so it's not.
It's gonna heal until 24 hours passes.
Mm-hmm.
Should I prepare? The reason why is should I prepare a restoration and get everybody to max and just use the 100 gold dust?
I don't know that that's necessary for sure.
I mean, Fingrim can function. No, you probably should. If we're going back to the mansion, you probably should. Fingrim needs all of the charisma that he has.
I
Yeah.
mean, charisma doesn't do anything in my
we
build.
haven't
The only
rested since
concern
we
is that I'm
came
at
back,
7.
right?
So
From
it's
the
like
you're
if
not
I
resting.
Probably
It's
going
still
to
the same
see
night.
that thing again if we go back there.
Right, that's what I was saying. So like the only concern is that having charisma drain, and then if I take more charisma drain, I can
Yeah, I'll
could
just
put me into a coma.
I'll prepare one because I'd rather have you healed, and we can always get some more diamond dust while we're here.
And
but the voice was telling us to hurry somewhere.
Somebody should take this handy haversack, and somebody should take this cloak of resistance +2. That's not me because I'm going to be leaving the party.
Hey, we don't know that in character. Well, I already have a cloak of resistance +2, so that I don't need one.
My character will say, in character,
Why are you giving away the cloak? Do you not
need
need
it.
it?
Well, that's something that's just something we just found, and nobody claimed it yet. I think.
Oh, very well.
Okay, I'll give the handy
haversack.
haversack and the cloak of resistance +2 to Kudo.
Okay, I have a cloak of elven kind if somebody wants to wear that.
No, I need my saves higher.
Jane
Yeah, I
raises her hand very shyly and she says, "Oh, it might help me stay out of trouble."
Yeah, that's a good
will.
idea.
That would be
And
very
Jay's a
well.
paladin, so she's got like high saves anyway.
not at level 6.
Well, she's got high for a level 6 character. I mean, compared
Yeah.
to our saves, they're probably not great, but you know.
Why would I take the handy haversack though? Does anybody have like scrolls or need to pull things out quickly?
I mean, I have scrolls, but I don't use them very often. I don't know.
I myself already have the handy haversack, so
I guess I'll take it if you don't want it.
I don't need it.
I technically do have a bag of holding too, but it's in the dream world, so it doesn't really count.
nah, it doesn't.
In fact, awkwardly, it's listed as not having anything in it because I have to I have a container, like a set in Hero Lab that's named Dream Stuff, and I just put all the stuff that's in the Dream World in the Dream Stuff container, and I can't have them in 2 containers. So it's like, all right, nothing's in the bag of holding, I guess.
Huh. Interesting.
Well,
Alright,
if you're
handy
going to be going
haversack.
to Kadir, I suppose that we may want to go ahead and get outfitted appropriately for that.
Yeah, but I want to check on Moon Junior tomorrow first.
Well, do as you need.
Know if who's the captain that we've been sailing with the last month?
Captain Skywind?
Skywind. Do we know if she's still in port?
Let's see. You've been here for only a few days, so I would say that yeah, she's still.
I don't know if she would want to go to Kadira, but I mean, you could try.
Yeah,
to
her
convince
vessel isn't made for crossing the ocean.
Well, we do have that one guy that we could go talk to and see if he recommends a ship that we could take.
That's also true. Yeah, do you remember his name?
Debbie Downer Null or Num.
Yeah, I don't remember his name. I might have it written down somewhere here, but I know
You
that
do
he was a
remember him.
bleachling. I remember him. He was a bleachling.
Yeah, he was a bleaching gnome.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, what?
Yeah, somebody they talked to get information on
I guess I
London
didn't.
where he lived was he's a gnome that is bleaching. He is losing the color in his
For some reason,
in his body because he's stagnating.
I didn't write his name down, but I did write down the outrageous Molly Mab's name.
Oh yeah, because she's outrageous.
She's outrageous, exactly. I had to know. We had to know her name. So for him,
His name is Ethem.
Oh, I did write that
Yeah,
down. I just didn't
Ethem.
write any context for it. It's in the same. I just have the name. All right. Ethem Baylor. That's his name. I should probably put something clarifying who he is.
You want my notes, Pluto?
Nah, it's fine. So he was like a shipwright or something, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
He's the head shipwright of this town.
Yeah, he's actually chief shipwright.
Yeah.
So we lied to Fingrim?
What? I was lied to.
Wait, how?
The nerve.
Like, what's his face?
Moon Jr.?
Yeah.
Oh, no, I know that Moon Jr., they mentioned, and I'm like, well, I need to go talk to him, I need to see for myself, and they're like, no, you're not doing that because you're too, like, worn out and tired, and he's like, okay, I have 7 charisma. I don't have, because that's, like, the thing, like, a low charisma characters, that's like the sort of, like, they're not the sort of people that are, like, going to force themselves in those sort of situations. It's much easier to talk a low charisma character out of doing something, so... Especially with his charisma drain on him right now, he's kind of like not. He's convinced very easily to like not go. But any character like that's Fingram really wants to go follow Moon Jr. and see for himself. But
Okay.
so it's gonna be after we rest, then Fingram's gonna get his heart broken. It's gonna be great.
I already told him he was back to, tip-top droid shape.
Yeah,
Ingram didn't quite understand what I was talking about.
No, I get it, but like he still wants to
see it for himself. Okay.
Yeah, like he doesn't want to believe it. He's hoping that like, oh yeah, maybe that's still fine, but like, I don't know. He'll have time to think about it, I guess. But because at least he's not, in that state of pain that he was in before. I don't know. Maybe it will mean something. Maybe he'll be like friendly and won't try to attack us like the other droids did. But if he does, it'll be pretty bad. Like, oh man, we just went through a whole session where we just like cured this guy, or quote unquote cured, and then he just attacks us. Get out of this house! Oh man, I thought we were friends.
What happened to our deep emotional connection?
We spent like 2 days in the dream world together, and you were like high as fuck during the whole time. You weren't actually, but you seemed like you were.
We should have left that part in the dream world and just like killed his physical body, because he was better off that way.
I mean, that's what he told us to do, was kill his physical body. All right. So we go rest then, right? I gotta figure out what spells I want to prepare for the next day.
Okay.
You can rest. Are you guys resting at Gus's place or somewhere else?
I don't know. We've been resting at like a hotel or something before, right? Like we were staying at the Casimir Motel 6, I think. So
I think we were actually staying at the crazy fancy book place with Molly Matt.
Well, it's not an inn. It's more of like a. They don't have rooms for people to stay. It's more of like a lounge.
Yeah, we were just lounging overnight.
Okay.
Absorbing books through osmosis.
We fell asleep in Starbucks, basically.
This damage on my sheet's from the dream world, right? So I'm actually
That's where it happened.
Health. Okay, I'm actually at full health then. Not at full strength, but full health. Oh yeah, 74 is correct because I have ability to drain still, or negative energy, right? Yeah. So no, I assume I'm not going to impose on Gus and like sleep in his place. Like he doesn't have that many spare bedrooms, so I'll probably go stay wherever we were staying before. Casimir, Best Western, or Motel 6, or whatever.
Okay, so you guys go and stay at
at least I do. But I say I'll be back in the morning. Like we'll meet up at Gus's place in the morning, is what I say.
Gus said that he wanted to read more of my book.
Okay, maybe you're staying there so you can read your book. I don't care. But I do that. I'm not going to impose any further.
Yep,
I-
I'll be
If
willing to
there's a
read the
chance
book.
for somebody to, start believing in my deity, I'm gonna take
You
it.
gotta take it. Yeah, that's understandable, I suppose.
All right. I assume the rest of you then are staying in an inn.
Yeah, we'll go with Fingrim.
Me too.
Okay. Then you guys sleep.
All right.
You rest and you wake up in the morning.
All right. Question, people: do I need to prepare monstrous physique today, or should I prepare something more combat oriented? Like, we're not planning to go do any psychic surgery or anything like that today.
We should be
So,
fine.
What about that charisma damage or drain we took in the dream
Uh,
room?
Yeah. You took
I'm
some
gonna-
too, right? Or
Yeah.
was okay?
I gotta prepare lesser restoration for that.
Well, that won't work
Okay.
for the drain. That'll only work for damage.
Yeah, I think some people still have damage
But
though.
I do have four dex damage after resting.
I only have 2 now after resting.
Yeah, the poison is it's taken its toll already, so you're just healing it. What did Gus and Sister Maria do in the morning?
In the morning, well, I think we're just gonna wait for the party to gather first.
You guys have your own morning rituals, right?
I have to prepare a
Um,
spell.
I don't think there's a ritual for.
I would expect Gus might have like 2 or 3 cups of coffee.
I know Sister Maria has to prepare spells. So Sister
He
Maria
take-
spends hours to do that.
He takes a good drink of his flask. Make sure it's topped off before actually heading out.
All right, there you go.
Yeah, it's So there's that, and he's tripping a little.
I mean, if you're going on a big trip, you'll have to make plans to carry some drink.
All right,
Like I said, a little.
I'm gonna prepare a more combat-oriented spell instead of monstrous physique, since I don't think we're going to the dream world tonight.
Do I
Um,
prepare Battle Mind Link again or Greater Invisibility? Probably Greater Invisibility.
yeah, I would prepare that.
That's what I had prepared already too. So that's my other level 4 spell. I think I'm gonna leave it as that, but I could prepare Dimension Door as well. I don't know. Maybe that's better.
I'm gonna prepare my spells, but once he does, he's gonna cast Restoration on Fingrim. Get him completely healed.
That just gets rid of the charisma drain, or does it also get rid of my damage?
Double check. I'm pretty sure it gets rid of both.
Restoration cures all ability damage and restores all points permanently drained from a single ability score. Okay, so yeah, it gets rid of both.
Sister Maria.
Yeah.
In the morning, since you stayed over the night at Gus's place, as you do your daily morning routine, you notice something strange.
Mm-hmm.
Gus snores.
Yeah. While you're like washing up and preparing for the day, you notice that there's a rancid smell coming from the sink in his apartment.
Oh no!
And when you try checking by turning on the faucet, what comes out isn't water. It looks like blood.
Cool.
That's not
I'm gonna
normal.
detect magic on that.
That's not magic. That's supernatural.
You try to detect magic, but nothing happens.
Well, this is fun.
This is either a plumbing problem or a supernatural problem.
¿Por qué no los dos?
Yeah.
Gus, I think you need to call your plumber.
I'm sorry. Call my plumber. What? Why would you ask?
I point to the running blood faucet.
Do I see it?
It's running water.
Regular water.
Oh no!
Oh no, I've contracted some sort of madness.
So, if you don't mind me asking, what seems to be the matter?
Does your faucet not look like it has a little bit too much iron in it?
And Sister Maria, as he comes to check it, you also see that it's like stopped leaking blood, and it's water, but it still smells like bad and irony.
Gustav uses this opportunity to go and wash his face and make sure he's all cleaned up and well shaved.
Okay, you do, and it's refreshing.
And Sister Maria is visibly like scowling and like the like look of disgust face, like.
Ew, you wash
And
your
maybe
face all
also
up.
the look of disapproval.
And,
Like doing one of those.
Gustav is just like looking at you, going,
If you keep staring like that, your face will be stuck like that. It's just water. Nothing different, nothing strange.
Alright, I'm gonna prepare greater invisibility still. It's just too good not to take when I have sense vitals as well. It's a combo. I can greater invisibility into sense vitals, and then I can pretend I'm a rogue.
Yeah.
it's like when you cast it, you just sense all of the any just nut sacks that are just vital points.
Mm-hmm. That's kind
You
of what it
can
does.
choose to make the game harder by pretending you're.
Well, that's the thing though, because it's a spell that I cast. I only cast it when the sneak attack damage is going to be good. So, like, oh, hey, this situation where it actually is good to cast Sense Vital. And the thing too is, as a Magus, I can do it like while I'm already flanking people and still attack the same round, which is pretty cool. So I guess what I'm saying is I don't really need greater visibility to go with Sense Vitals, but it'd be cool to get like later on get like quicken Sense Vitals, but I don't know. Then again, level 6 slots, like I can do a lot with a level 6 slot, so
Yeah.
I don't know if using Sense Vitals is like the best use of that. Probably pick up Quicken Spell soon though, because once I get level 5 slots, having a prepared like Quickened True Strike is pretty good.
Oh yeah, of course.
Assuming that
Well,
assuming Gustav was given the opportunity to go and read through the book and everything, he would have read through the Bible, and and probably would have been like mentioning,
Feel free to read any of the books, yeah. They're just simple books. They have some fascinating information.
and he just wait. Basically, he's gonna wait to have everyone gather together at that point and meet up.
okay. Yeah, and assuming you guys all do, you all rendezvous at Gus's place.
Yep.
Greetings, everyone. So we're going to need to go ahead and take a boat.
Yeah, but before that, I want to go see Moon Jr.
Right.
I need to see for myself. And then assuming like I'm going anyway, so like even if nobody else is coming, I'm going to go.
Split the party.
I'm going to go speak with him.
I'm going with you.
Very well.
Yeah,
I got some time to go, and
Cormac's definitely gone.
So Gustav will go.
Okay. So then everybody's heading over.
Yeah, I think so.
Alrighty.
I think I just lost
All
connection.
right.
There we go.
Yeah. There. It's the next day. It's the morning still.
Oh yeah, I need to
You guys arrive at the infirmary
get rid of
at
my
the front
building
door.
damage off of my Roll20
It's the
sheet.
iron gate with the little angels on it.
Yeah.
I have a bunch of spells cast on myself, including see invisibility. And
Well, you're expecting trouble?
yeah, I'm expecting
We cleared,
trouble.
we cleared this place. Shouldn't be any issue.
Nah, there's like 10,000 Darrow living like
Ah, it's
a ladder
fine.
step underneath.
You worry too much.
Plus, there's the amorphous friend.
Yeah, I might have seen the amorphous friend.
Yeah,
Me
at the
and
front
Kudu.
gate. What do you do?
We might. I knock on the door.
All right, you knock on the door.
And if nobody
And you
answers, then I
wait?
go in. Yeah, I wait for like a minute, but if nobody answers, I just open the door.
Okay, yeah, you are waiting for like a minute, and I guess before you try again, the door.
Okay. Is it Moon Jr. or is it a Darrow? I can't see anything. Okay. I can see him now.
All right, a familiar-looking face opens the door. One that you've seen multiple.
Okay. I go up to him and I ask him, what happened? I didn't see you last night.
He says, greetings. What can I do for you?
And I ask him again, like, what happened? I didn't see you before you left.
He says, my apologies. My recollections of the night before are hazy.
Okay. And Fingrim looks kind of like sad about it, but like, but he gotta ask, like, what you're no longer troubled by what was bothering you before.
He says, I feel as I think I should have when my father created me, and I do remember.
Okay. And he'll seem kind of like maybe his body doesn't like detenses a little bit. Like it looks like he's actually like a little relieved about that. And
I suppose an important question to ask at this point is, do you feel that your life is now worth living?
He says, Father created me in his image, and I feel to that extent I should fill in for him, for his absence, however long that may be. Something deep inside tells me that that might be for a long time. So if I am to assume my father's duties and identity, then I best start proper.
The only thing we ask is that you don't
oh geez, what
put
happened
anyone's
here?
lives in danger at this point.
I'm sorry?
I'm like off the map or something. I don't know what's going on. Okay, there we go.
But yeah, he basically requests it's like as long as you don't put anyone's lives in danger, then do as you will.
Okay, and actually, I actually am glad that Finger's glad we came here because it actually it doesn't. It's not quite like what he was trying to accomplish, but I actually kind of feel like he sort of did in a way, because Moon has a reputation for helping the people around town a bit, even though he's actually a really twisted dude.
Yeah.
So maybe
I don't know.
maybe
I
this
feel
Moon,
like that reputation is more smoke and mirrors than anything
maybe
else.
a little bit, but maybe this Moon will be actually a help to the town. He knows. I'll ask him you know some of your father's like methods and secrets, right? How to you would be able to help people.
He says that I do know them. I do not possess all of his brilliance, but perhaps in time, if his absence is long, I can learn to perform some of his more extensive alchemical operations. There are some, though, however, some current ventures that he was involved with that I simply cannot replicate.
You're not going to take the
perhaps that's
skin
for the
off of any
best.
more people and sell it to the Darrow, are you?
He puts his finger to his lips and he looks at you, Sister Maria. And after he does that, he says, I am unsure how I'm going to handle certain relations with those my father has cultivated, which also brings me to ask of you a favor. There is one that still lives here, father's anomalous friend that I am concerned about.
Oh.
Did he? Is it an amorphous friend as well? Does it? Did it look like a? Does it look like a mass
Pink
of?
gibbering mouther.
Yeah. Does it look like a mass of flesh and mouths and eyes?
He says, since the night before, I've forgotten what it looks like, although I'm positive I've seen it. And I'm still positive that it is still here. And I fear that its presence might jeopardize me keeping a good image for my father.
Yes, and I'm worried as well that this could cause a relapse in your condition.
Sorry, is this something that was previously encountered?
I assume Gus is asking the party.
Yeah, and I'll say,
Yeah.
well, I did see when Kudu and I were in the dream world, and I was removing the distress that Moon Junior here had. I did see a amorphous mass that was very terrifying to behold. That perhaps was a dream world recreation of what caused Moon's condition. So perhaps it is something I have seen in a way, in a manner of speaking.
Fascinating. A little bit concerning, of course.
But I do want. This does seem like something that we should deal with. I look to Moon Junior and say, where could we begin? We've been everywhere in this building, and we never encountered it. It surely must be hiding in some way.
He points up.
Up in that room where we first met you? Is it somewhere in there?
He says, further.
Further.
Up.
I didn't know that this building went any higher. And then he says, we need to get on the roof? Or do you mean in some metaphorical sense?
He shakes his head and says, "Oh, no. I'm in the attic."
We didn't quite fully explore the attic.
Well, we were in the attic, but
Maybe there's an attic to the
or is
attic.
there an attic for the attic? Like,
He nods to Fingram and says, "You were mistaken. That I believe the room you found was not the attic. There
Oh.
is
there's another room higher than that. Alright. Well, I look to the others. Are we prepared to deal with this?
Sure.
Maybe.
Cormac
I
nods his
suppose
head,
so.
and he asks this dude if he can lead us to where the attic entrance is.
He says that he can show you to the room where you found, but that he'll have to leave you there. That Father's recent project is something that he will have to deliberate on how to handle, and by that he means the gallery of skins.
Yeah.
I would recommend disposing of it. It will, if found out, it will make it hard for you to keep your father's good image intact.
Yes, it could potentially make a living continuing to live here.
Disposing of such things is a delicate process.
This is also
In my
true.
personal opinion, you take down all the skins and stuff it down where the Darrow hole is.
Yes, and then perhaps
Or
ignite it.
you could just put it in with the ooze.
Oh yeah, you do have that ooze in the basement. Yeah, be careful about that. By the way, those things are dangerous.
If I'm not mistaken, won't the ooze get bigger?
Are oozes and Darrow friends?
I mean,
They can be.
Oh dear. Are you suggesting what I think you're suggesting?
We talked about this a couple sessions ago about throwing the ooze down at the Darrow.
So, hold on. How about we get all the skins down there? We then get the ooze down there.
Well,
It's going to eat all of the skin, of course, which will
perhaps
enhance its size.
Cormac says you can always burn the skin too. You put it in a pile and light it on fire.
You could probably just
he-
burn the ooze first, and
There's
that
a
might
downfall.
be better.
he
Then
says that although you might not be able to see it, Father is very extensive with his work, and there are many chemicals used to treat his works, and simply burning them would not be.
What would you suppose? What would you propose at this point?
He says that with some time, he should be able to. He should be able to cook up an alchemical solution to it, find something safe that will dissolve.
The ooze is in a bottle or a jar. Can't we just take that and sell it to an exotic vendor?
Why
Do
would
we
He says he
really
would not
want to
recommend
sell
unbottling
it
that
to-
specimen.
Do we really want to sell it to somebody who wants to buy an ooze? Like, what are they going to do with it?
I mean,
Nothing
the same
good.
reason somebody would buy an ooze, even if we didn't sell it to them.
The same reason someone would buy a lava lamp, honestly, just to watch it
yeah,
do a
ooze
thing.
around in its thing. Yeah, you know, just don't let it out.
But yes, he will show you to the room before, and he tells you that if you look, there is another trap door that will lead you to the. but he says that to exercise caution, that father's anomalous friend was only friends with his father.
Can you
And what
describe
did this friend
anything?
serve purpose?
Yeah, do you know anything about the relation? Like, what did he do for
He
your father?
says that he's forgotten many things about this thing,
Of course.
except that when he was created, he was created at a time when his father was not in the best state of mind, and he remembers that it was shortly after meeting his anomalous friend.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Okay. Um.
He says that he doesn't know for sure, but he believes that his creation is something his father learned from his anomaly.
Okay. That's good to know. Do I see the door he pointed, like he pointed it out? Do I see it right?
If you guys want him to show you,
Well, yeah.
then I'll take you to the map.
Okay.
Okay.
Here.
Cormac, as we're
Wow.
moving,
Where do
he
you want
casts
to go?
freedom of movement on himself.
I choose left. I don't know where we are though. Oh, here, right. Yeah, we kind of just left this place after we did things.
Could you blame us? Like, look at it.
Oh yeah.
Look at this place.
It
It's
makes
the
me-
worst. So
Don't worry, there's still a wall of ice.
No.
is
No!
that? I'm pretty sure that would have. Maybe it wouldn't have melted. I don't know. Maybe it's still there.
I mean, it says that it kind of stays there for
So
a really
where
long
like you come
Now it's
up
gone.
from the ladder before,
time. Mhm.
if you pull it up, then you can use it to reach a trap door that's in the ceiling of this
Okay.
room.
And it's not like super.
This
bright or
room's
anything.
super dark, right?
It's not super dark, but it's dark.
It is dark, but like I would have
Cormac casts daylight
Okay.
Daylight.
on himself.
Okay.
daylight. Pretty good spell.
Also, I'll be right back.
Okay. So I think I'm going to cast shield before we go up the ladder.
Cormac casts Shield of Faith and
I could maybe
Divine
even
Favor.
do your image because it'll last for 10 minutes. I don't know what to expect up there.
I'm gonna burn myself and store it in my buffer. Which I like hardly ever do. But I'm gonna do it.
Because I'm expecting that the anomalous friend is not going to be our friend.
Also Iron Skin.
Okay, I'm gonna
He's
store
probably
two. Okay, there we go.
he's probably going to attack us. So I'm going to be prepared for that.
It's getting misty
Alright,
in
back.
here.
All right. So what do you guys do?
buff spells basically right before we go up in.
Yeah, we buffed
so
up.
we're casting some buff spells. I'm going to cast shield and I think I'll go ahead and just cast that mirror image as well before we go
Okay.
up.
What is everybody else casting?
Shield of Faith, Divine Favor, and Iron Skin.
I burned myself twice and stored it in my buffer.
Okay.
I'm guessing what Fingrim's casting minus Iron Skin.
You mean what Cormac cast?
Cormac.
Okay.
Sorry, Fingrim.
It's all good.
I get confused.
Okay, I actually already have a check mark on for
Sister Maria, when you try to cast those spells, nothing happens.
What? Why?
You're not sure.
Do I still have these spells?
Yeah, you think you still because you pray and you you commune and you usually prepare, but nothing.
Do I have the spells I cast earlier?
Which
Was
ones?
Was I able to cast these spells? The spells I usually cast that I said I was casting before we knocked
Like the
on the door
long-term
here.
spells,
The long-term spells, my 10-minute per level plus spells.
like freedom of movement.
I have a see invisibility, countless eyes, heroism, greater magic weapon, and freedom of movement cast.
Oh, I didn't hear you say those, and I didn't. I guess I didn't realize that you were casting those. But no, nothing happens.
Well, I can't participate in this fight then.
Oh, what's going on, sister?
My magic is not working. Are my spells expended?
I don't
No.
say this in character, but did Jesus
No, they're not
forsake
expended.
They're not expended. They just don't work.
Tell me, what is the general pantheon of your, I guess, Lord and Savior?
I'll be right back.
But I prayed for them as normal and they were granted to me. But when I tried to cast them, it just didn't work. I will try to cast my spells again.
What is the type of the general beliefs of your god? Being that I've read through them,
Well, you've
seems to
just
be a
read
bit on
through
the
it, so you
surface
should know for
side.
yourself.
Correct. Indeed. But I think the point I'm trying to make here is I don't think your god took too kindly to the lies that were stated in this room previously. I'm starting to wonder if your god's mad at you.
Then the god wouldn't have. Then my god would not have granted me powers. Like, I still have all of my abilities, I just are in some
If you've
reason
used any of your
unable to use
Inquisitor abilities, those still seem to function. But it seems like your divine source of magic is just.
It's just what you cut out.
Sorry, it's just not.
Not working. Okay.
Perhaps this has something to do with that iron water?
Maybe.
Iron water.
Did the
The
rivers
blood
run
water
blood?
that I
Yeah.
saw you wash your face with.
Is Gustav at full health, by the way? Is that, or is he actually?
He should be at full
Probably
health.
full.
Yeah, is there a rest button?
There's no rest button. Sorry about that.
I gotta do it all manually.
That's what.
Yeah.
That's one of the nicer things about Fantasy Grounds.
No.
I'll give that to Fantasy Grounds.
It's an actual.
I mean,
tabletop
sometimes it
simulator.
fucks up though.
Yeah.
Sometimes it does. Yeah.
It has no way to deal with drain.
Technically, yeah,
It
it doesn't like
does
track
through
it.
the effects. You just have to add an effect to yourself.
Yeah, you can do it through effects, I guess.
But what happens if you clear the effect?
I.
You don't, I guess.
You don't. Yeah.
But yeah, it's just one of those things. Also, is it kind of sucks with high level plays. The combat tracker, if you
It
end up
gets
using the
messy.
combat, it can get messy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, fun.
Anyway, I guess I don't know. Like, I don't know that I like. What is there something we need to do then?
Are you asking this regarding your regarding the lost spells?
Yeah. Like, are we not able to take care of this issue? It needs to be taken care of at some point, but I don't like. I do want also Maria to be at full strength.
I'm unsure of exactly what's causing this, but my hypothesis is simply that you may have to seek atonement.
I doubt that.
Kuru stays out of this. I don't know shit.
I know. Figures like say things like I don't know how divine magic works. Maybe it looks at like Cormac, because Cormac maybe understands it a little bit better. But
I do a knowledge religion to try to figure out what's going on.
Sure, you can give me a knowledge religion. Oh, baby.
Damn.
Oh, baby, a triple. I don't think Cormac has really looked at all at Sister Maria's book, though.
No, but he does know how usual
Right,
divine
but-
relationships work.
But, like, okay, so Sister Maria's religion is one that doesn't exist publicly.
in Galarian,
Yeah, Galarian. But what you do think you know for sure is like when you realize that it seems like he's been cut off from his divine source of magic, that what you heard earlier sounds like his deity is expressing displeasure. So Cormac, you do think that that maybe his deity or agents thereof want him to atone for. And I don't mean like the spell atonement, I just mean atonement.
He Cormac
What sin did I commit that I did not atone for?
That might be something he has to figure out.
Wait, your character? You say the same character?
He's thinking it, I assume.
If you want me to the DM to tell you with your knowledge of religion, I can, because it's a high enough. You think about it, and you have a good knowledge of religion. And when you extracted the information you needed out of the Darrow, and your intent was to deceive it, that goes against being a servant of a lawful good deity. At that point, the death was selfish killing.
You done pissed off your god.
Yep.
I guess that makes sense, kind of.
But
Even if you go Old Testament style, if you're ruling it as a lawful deity, I suppose I could see that.
I mean, considering that your religion does support the New Testament as well, I would assume that that certain things like turn the other cheek have been thrown into there.
right.
Now, granted, he is an inquisitor, and he can do some things like break some rules, but there has to be a justification for it. You can lie in order to help save your friends if they have information you need, but everything that you guys wanted was extracted from the Darrow, either through word or magic. At that point, there was nothing that you needed.
Wasn't my main calling to remove sin from this world?
It
Or
was
Darrow's the
to bring
embodiment of
justice.
sin.
It was to bring justice to those who deserve. However,
I'm
like
now
I said,
starting to wonder if Sister
the
Maria is actually
intent
part of
behind the intent was to deceive the creature, and that's what is conflicting with a lawful good deed.
I see.
I mean, if you killed the Darrow before questioning and stuff like that, then it would have been bringing justice. But at that point, it was bargaining for its life, and
You made an
you were in the
agreement.
position just to show mercy, and you made an agreement. Even though it was an intent to deceive.
Basically, kill the helpless.
But yeah, Sister Maria,
when
you think
said
that you
wouldn't.
need to repent. But you know that your deity is a forgiving one. Because atonement is one of the deity's areas of concern.
Right.
Your God is merciful and will forgive.
Well, I suppose I will have to do that, on my own time and help as much as I can, which probably won't be very much in this upcoming combat.
Well, you still have your Inquisitor abilities. You can still power your bow.
Yeah, not nearly to the same extent, though.
Yeah.
Well, this
You're
thing's
still more combat effective than Gus is,
Or then
and
Jane.
Jane probably.
and Jane. So don't discount how much of a badass that Sister Maria is.
So
But a lot of the bonuses come from spells.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
of course.
And you'll be
yeah,
without
especially because you're not able to cast a lot of those like long-term buffs like heroism and things like that. So that's gonna
Yeah.
I'm gonna pull that ladder though, and I'm gonna like I say like, well, I think that we need to deal with this,
Yeah.
and I'm going to have Red Destiny out, and I'm gonna climb up the ladder and try to push open the trap door.
Okay, you do. It actually takes a little bit of effort because when you pull that trap door at the top, there are like vines and shit that like have been clinging to it, and you get this like deep, like musky, musty odor.
Okay.
It's not like dust; it's just this
Like
other
it's
stuff
humid.
from like humid and plant life.
Oh boy. I don't think I have knowledge nature, so that's not gonna help. But so I probably have no idea what I'm walking into here. I look back at the others and say, I'm going in. Knock me up. And I climb up onto the I climb up into the fucking attic with Red Destiny out.
As he's
Alright.
climbing up, Cormac casts another spell, and he's gonna cast it on Sister Maria. He's gonna cast Bull Strength on Sister Maria.
Okay.
Try to give him a
That
little.
will help a little bit.
Try to give him a little bit of a boost.
Yeah.
For a second there, I thought you were almost said you're gonna cast bullshit on Sister Maria.
I cast bullshit on you.
And I'm like, that's not a spell.
Maybe it should be though.
It should be.
It,
Actually, technically, it
That's
kind of
glibness.
is, but they call it glibness. Yeah, I was gonna say.
Yeah.
right?
After he does that, he follows Fingrim up.
All right. So Fingrim starts to move up, and I'm gonna move I'm gonna move Fingrim.
All right. I don't like this at all.
Cormac follows.
And for Fingrim and the others that start walking up, let me read this to you. Ivy fills the room, endless trailing vines flow in through broken windows and cover the floor here like a living carpet. The sickening scent of decay hides within the scent of fresh vegetation. And yeah, there's just lots of vines snaking up the walls and winding around these beams 10 feet over. It coats every surface in this space with a carpet of green leaves. There are also these weird yellow berries sprouting like little growths between the leaves.
Okay. I don't eat the berries.
Okay, Cormac goes up.
In case that has to be said, I don't eat the berries.
Does anybody else go up next?
Not
Maria,
volunteering.
I'll go
I
next.
suppose
then,
I will
guess.
go up next.
Okay.
Rip my character.
You go up, Sister Maria, and you see and smell everything that they do. So they're walking. Okay, Cormac, I see your perception.
Yeah, I was about to roll one too. Perception. I'm not very good at
Kudu
perception
goes up
compared to
next.
Cormac.
Okay.
I feel like the stuff that I'm gonna. Okay, so that's the thing I've been thinking of.
And yeah, Dredge follows you.
And
Dredge feels a little awkward here.
Yeah.
Kudu, you have an empathic link with him, and while he seems to enjoy that there is a lot of moisture here, it's off-putting to him. It's not the kind he likes.
I tell him he can stay down.
And Jane says, "I'll go before you, Gus."
Very well.
She's gonna head up.
Like what am I looking at down here? Like what is this part of the same room or like?
Oh yeah, so I've made this part available because this is the these are the beams and the ceiling like overhead. So this is like 10 feet above you.
Okay.
And
Like,
Gus,
if
do you go up?
If you're gonna fly up, you can land on
I'll go
one
up,
of those
finally.
beams, basically.
Okay, you do.
Yeah,
And if you haven't rolled perception already, you may do that.
I already did. I'm not that good at perception because it's not a class skill for me, and I don't have high wisdom.
Normally, it's not a class skill for a cleric either, but my trait, one of my
33 is really
traits,
good.
I made.
Yeah,
I got a bonus feat.
nice. And you're also wisdom based characters. So yeah, your perception's pretty good.
Yeah, I don't have 1 point in it. I could have it one higher, but I was like, I
I've been
need it
thinking
for other
that.
skills.
I've been thinking that the next campaign I run, I might just make like a house rule where everybody just gets to automatically put a free skill rank into perception every level, just because.
Yeah, it's your guy's an adventure. You think?
Yeah, and everybody. It's one of the things I like. One of the things I kind of like about like the second edition did in Pathfinder is just give everybody perception. And like I kind of like that idea because everybody always wants to put ranks into it anyway.
Or make it like a background skill where you get extra background skill points.
Yeah, I mean
and have that as like a background skill.
That could work too, but
all right. So, yeah, everybody's looking around here, and everybody sees what I read. But if you don't remember, it's just endless ivy filling this room, crawling up all of these surfaces, and the scent of decay. Oh, what was that? Who's that? Okay, no worries. And there are these like little nasty yellow berries sprouting like growths between the leaves. Everybody looks around, but the best look is had by Cormac. And I think you actually catch this a little too late. Nothing in particular stands out to anyone except for Cormac. There's like this big like tangle of these vines, like a bunch of them, like a bush. And you realize just a moment too late that although it looks like natural vegetation, like your senses are telling you that you should like you should know. and that this is something other than what you're looking at, what you think you're seeing.
Okay.
I need everyone to give me reflex saves.
Oh boy, that's definitely not my best save. Actually, I don't think I think this whole party's worst save is probably reflex.
I think Kudu's is good though. Kudu's
On
is
the
the
whole.
only one that's I think decent.
I mean, all my
reflex
saves are
save?
okay,
Oh,
but
boy.
like this is my low save and it's still a +7. So I mean, I don't know. It's not the
Uh,
worst.
Don't
Where
tell
is
me.
it?
Wait, hold on.
My saves in general aren't great.
I
But-
fortitude in my will save, obviously, but
Yeah.
yeah.
Wait, what's
My
happening?
reflex is 5.
Mines are grabbing, or what's?
Oh no, I haven't said anything.
Okay,
I
he
just
hasn't said
give
what's
me
happening. He just said give a reflex.
Yeah, give me a minute. I'm just adding
Do I get to know why? Because like I have a feature
No.
where I can roll twice, but like how do
I will tell
know
you
if-
why. What's going on in a moment here? Is it important for you to know? To
Well, I
Well,
guess. Do you
wanna use a
feel it's
reroll.
important that I might want to reroll? I don't know. I don't know if I want to reroll. Or
you
not.
you feel something, you haven't realized yet what it is, but something is trying to like bind.
Bite. Okay.
Bind.
Bind. Oh, that's enough to get me to reroll. Okay, I roll twice and I take the best. Shit,
Okay, so it's
I rolled
18
wrong.
then.
Will be fine,
Oh well.
regardless, because he has freedom of movement on himself.
Yep.
Nice.
Danger site. Alright, cool. Okay, so
Sorry,
then I think
sister.
the only person who fails is James.
Oh, okay,
Of
that's good.
course.
This is a
Oh.
relatively low
Yay!
DC.
I
No!
guess Drench needs to roll too, huh?
Oh, you told him to stay below, so he's actually
yeah, okay, he went down. Yeah.
down there.
If this is a vegetation anything, we might need to clear the room for Cormac to cast a spell.
Maybe.
Burn it alive. Burn them all.
Right, do we roll initiative?
Okay,
that
so
was
yeah, what
surprising.
happens is all of these vines throughout the room are starting to like writhe and crawl around the room, and everything here now, this whole floor here is difficult terrain, and only Jane gets entangled by these vines. And because it has acted, that giant bush in the ceiling has revealed its truth. And you all can see this.
Hmm. Alright.
You're seeing a lumbering bulk of a tree-like monster lurching inside of the raft. It has numerous tentacle branches, and its roots end in these hooves that are grasping onto the and all of it is decorated with numerous drooling maws, and it lets out this weird bellowing screech, but in your heads you hear something else.
Oh.
Perfect.
No.
And what you hear in your heads are, "Your lives are so short. Let me help you."
Hey now, I'm a dwarf. I live pretty long.
But yes, give me initiatives.
Oh, that's not a very good roll. Man, this character's initiative. I need to take improved initiative, I think. Ah, man, but I don't have enough feats. Feats are just so hard to come by on this character.
I've been like trying to fight, like figure out what I'm gonna do for my character because it's like, shit, I only get like certain handful of feet.
Hmm.
What did
I get
do?
2 feats
Oops.
next level, which is pretty cool. So one has to be a combat
did I
feat.
do?
I use my season initiative, so I take the better one. I always forget to freaking click my guy in the first initiative.
That's okay. I'll also add Gus too, and you can put
I
your
think the
initiative.
broadcast ended on.
No, it's,
May want to double check that.
It's back.
It just restarted.
Restarted. Okay.
Uh-huh.
And then I realized something that I've been doing wrong for a little bit, or for a while. My Destructive Smite, I've been doing it as a full round, even though it's only one attack.
Right.
So, like, the
Oh my
damage.
god.
Oof.
I swear, man, when I'm DMing on Roll20, like these like it just rolls like stupid for the
Yeah,
It's
you
just an
always
illusion, though,
your monsters
because
always
you're
seem to have high
rolling
initiative.
You're rolling a lot more dice than we do, so it's...
Yeah, but like it's
No,
like
no,
Pluto said, like for
specifically
some reason
initiative,
the
though.
initiatives like
Specifically
take it
initiatives
really
are
good
always
initiative.
they always go first. Like the monsters are
guess so.
always getting to go first, and it's I don't know, it's brutal.
Because like it broadcast there when I rolled it.
Yeah.
I can show you the roll, but like I'm not like I'm
Oh
not.
yeah, no, I know.
No, we
manipulative.
I believe you. Can we put a round tracker as well?
We just don't believe
Yeah.
Mantis when he crits us. That's all.
I totally do. It's Zedurium that doesn't. Zedurium like always is in a perpetual state of disbelief.
I was in a almost perpetual state of disbelief at you guys last night. You were like, "We can't possibly defeat this enemy."
Oh no.
I'm like,
Yeah, they were. I wasn't saying anything, but like everyone else was getting super.
I was
down.
confused by the information I was given, so I don't know.
All right, so that's everybody. Those are all the initiatives. Let's get this
Yes.
party started. At least you guys are rested. I was worried that you guys were gonna go like from the last fight into this one because it's that's a possibility.
I don't think I would have been talked into going up here, even if I had gone straight to follow Moon Junior. I would have probably been, if he'd been like handle the anomalous threat, I would have been like, okay, we'll do that tomorrow. So I don't think there was much.
So you
risk in that.
understand the dimensions here. This thing is 10 feet above you,
Yes, I figured it can reach us from up there.
and it's kind of like you got to imagine it that it's like it's hanging
okay, I'm
from
useless.
the wrap. It is going to use a spell-like ability and also trigger its unspeakable presence, because now we're dealing with whatchamacallit, Children of the Great Old Ones.
Perfect. I try to identify the spell-like ability.
Sure, and everybody give me a will save for the unspeakable presence.
Gustav's also going to try to identify the spell-like ability.
Okay.
Emotion or compulsion mind affecting ability.
Probably.
The unspeakable presence is a mind affecting effect.
Is it compulsion or emotion, like fear effect?
For your teamwork feat, right?
Is this
Yeah.
affecting us all?
Yeah.
Okay. I might Iron Will this. Don't tell me if I fail yet.
Yeah, I'm looking up the unspeakable presence thing.
Nope. Definitely not Iron Willing.
Let's see. Right? Let's see if what we got here. And then plus 5 as well from Danger Sense.
You should put that as like a note for your will save.
Is there a... Oh, I see.
It's like a little notes thing. So like that's why mine, for example, has save notes down there, and you can actually put that in. Like there's a little field underneath your saves. If you open up, you can type stuff in there.
I think it just says it's mind affecting. It
Oh,
doesn't say compulsion or like emotion.
or fear. Okay.
It's not fear.
Rip, guys.
Okay.
Super bone this session.
I might be able to help out a little bit with that. I have a 5th level spell prepared,
21,
but it doesn't give that
17,
big of a boost.
29.
I remember
10.
that like Cthulhu's is a listed as a fear effect.
Maybe it's like it's like a like
I don't know
space
what
to
this
space.
one's does, but because like I don't know if it's. I just remember because I've looked at like the stat block for Cthulhu because he's you always got to look at like the CR30 encounters and look at the stat blocks because it's hilarious.
Oh yeah.
And his is like
Okay.
a DC 40 and it's a fear effect, and like if you fail it, you just die or something.
So yeah, those are dumb. Those are silly. So Kudu is unaffected, and
Everyone else
I
is.
think that's it. Yeah. This is
Wow, what
a
is
high
the
DC.
save on this thing? Jesus.
So everyone but Kudu,
We rolled pretty low though too.
when you see this thing and it like writhing around and speaking to you're filled with this this feeling. I guess this would be emotion, because it's evoking like a certain kind of like, basically it's draining you of your like agency. You
It
feel
sounds like
like
charisma
you
drain.
have less control over your purpose here, and everyone is staggered for a round,
Oh, okay. That's pretty bad. Alright.
except for Guder. And the people who rolled spellcraft, all of you rolled high enough to know that it is casting insanity.
That's pretty bad.
Fun.
All right, I got 6 PCs here. Let's. I'm gonna do a roll off. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Fingram's 1, Sister Maria's 2, Cormac's 3, Gus
And
is
so
4, Kudu's 5, and Jane is the 6.
Staggered means you can't do anything.
Oh
on
my
this round,
God.
Right?
It's literally no. That's Sister Maria. It's literally the Sister Maria just gets shit on the whole session. Apparently, I'm naming it that.
Pretty
what-
much.
What does staggered do
Another
again?
will say.
Oh
What was
man,
that, Cormac?
What does staggered do again?
You can only take a move or a standard action, but you can still take free action.
Yep.
Okay.
All right, Sister Maria, you're affected by insanity. The spell.
At least, Fingrim should be able to cure me sometime.
I mean, yeah, I didn't prepare monstrous physique today, so I mean, like tomorrow I can.
Yeah, sometime.
But there's this like, you hear this monstrous laughing
go get
coming
some
from
ice
this
cream.
thing's maws.
Bye.
This maddening cacophony, and Sister Maria is visibly perturbed beyond recognition for
Oh no.
Cormac.
So you said I could do a standard and a swift?
Yeah,
Or
You could do a
one or
swift,
the
yeah.
other? He'll swift channel into his weapon force, and he's gonna cast a spell. He might take an attack of opportunity because unless
You could
he's
cast
gonna-
defensively.
He'll cast defensively. He's gonna cast Burst of Glory.
Okay. Oh, I did forget to mention, although it's hanging, the rafters are 10 feet above you, but this thing is so big, you can reach it from...
We can reach from the ground. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That helps a lot.
Yeah. So he casts Burst of Glory.
Because this thing is
defensively.
huge.
I still have to roll, right?
If you're concentrating, you might. What depends? Like, okay, what level spell is Burst of Glory?
5.
Okay, so that means the DC to cast it is 25. Your concentration check bonus is going to be your wisdom modifier plus your caster level, unless you have like defensive casting or some other.
No,
buffs
I
to
don't.
it. Okay, so yeah, it'll be what's your wisdom modifier?
4.
So you have a plus 14 to roll, and you have to hit a DC 25. That's the
My
information.
mod's 5, I think. Let me check.
Oh,
real
5?
quick.
Okay, so in that case, you would have a plus 15 because your caster level is 10, and you have to hit a DC 25. You have about a 50-50 shot almost.
All right.
It could
Try to
fail, but
cast it.
you're decently likely to get it.
Hey, yeah, you got it.
You're good.
So is that
That
burst
gives-
of glory?
Yeah, burst of glory. It gives everybody, all allies around him, a +1 sacred bonus against fear and effect. Like, let me read the description. Allies in the area of the spell at a time of casting gain a +1 sacred bonus to attack rolls and saves against fear effects, +1 temporary hit point per caster level.
Okay, so wait, what was
everybody
the
gains
spell?
10 more temporary hit points.
What was the spell?
Everybody, yeah. So he gives everybody 10 temporary hit points. And
It was burst of
+1.
glory.
Burst
Yeah.
of glory.
Yeah, it's an inner seas gods
Yeah, I don't
spell.
see it on Hero Lab, so I might not have that package, but
It's
all right.
10-foot radius burst centered on me, so that's everybody.
Yeah, it's
It lasts
everybody.
rounds per level. So
The temporary hit points are pretty good, and
Yeah.
then
Okay.
and I shine with the golden light as equivalent to a torch. So I mean, I'm already
plus
have
1
daylight on
sacred
myself.
bonus on attack roll. The attack roll bonus is pretty good too. It's basically like bless kind of. Okay, that's neat. It's like bless, but it stacks with almost everything because sacred bonuses aren't very common on attack rolls.
So that's his turn.
That's attack roll saves versus fear and plus 10 hit points.
Yeah.
Yep. Temporary hit points. 10 temporary hit points and plus 1 sacred bonus on attack rolls. And this will last for 10 rounds.
Nice.
And it is Gus's turn now.
I don't even know what I'm gonna do. Did we knowledge this thing? Anybody?
Nobody's knowledged it yet.
No. I haven't gone yet, so I'm not sure I have the proper knowledge. It might be if it's dungeoneering, I can do it. If it's nature, I can't.
I got nature.
It might be dungeoneering. I feel like it might be an apparition rather than actually a plant. So this must be like a thing where I'm gonna have to make a will save like every turn to hopefully not be staggered, huh?
This
like
looks like something that would be dungeoneering. Just saying.
It really does. I'm not gonna lie. It really does.
Mantis, what's the power attack mod right now for our level?
If you have a plus, I think you have a +8 right now because you're level 10
Plus
as a
7.
cleric.
+7.
Oh, 7. Okay, so it's -2 for 4 damage.
Okay, so -2 for 6 since I'm wielding a great sword.
Yeah,
I was just-
two-hand.
Yeah, next level up or next level up another. Is that one where we get a base attack bonus increase? I don't remember. Might be.
Yeah, it is.
So yeah, next level you'll have a -3 for a +9 on your greatsword.
Yeah. The reason why I asked is because I don't have the feat. I have the weapon mastery that lets me access the feat, so I don't have it like in my like system.
Mm-hmm. Okay, actually, I forgot. I do have a way after this combat, Mantis. I do have a way to get rid of your insanity like today. So actually, don't worry.
Gus, did you take a turn?
Not yet. So let's see. There's not much he can do on his end. He's going to activate as a standard action distortion.
Okay.
Which will
Looks like invisibility for you.
not yet.
Oh, not yet.
Yeah, I don't have. I don't have the invisibility bonus on there yet. Right now, it is at 30%.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, so that's where I'm at on that, and so I activate that, and that's turn.
Yep, that's a standard. Okay. Kudu.
Tricky.
You're not staggered. You can take a full round action. Although
yeah, that's great for
the
assist.
the real problem right now, I think, is that you're a ranged attacker, and this thing has the entire room.
Okay, it's on the ceiling though, right? Or
It's on the ceiling, but it's so large you can hit it in
You
melee.
can hit it in melee, but that means it can hit you in melee too. Not that it would matter because it has like 15 feet of reach, so even if you weren't like basically next to it, it wouldn't.
On the
So, yeah.
where we climbed up is, could you see the thing from the floor below?
You can see the floor below.
Like
you can
you're-
jump down the
and
the
shoot
trap
up.
door.
so I'm
Yeah.
guessing one ice ball's not gonna stop this thing. And I can't
No, and more
flick
importantly,
it.
what I'm worried about in your case is that attacking it with a ranged attack will provoke attack opportunities. So be careful
That's what
about
I was. That's why I was thinking, like maybe Kudu drops down into that room that we just climbed up from and shoots from down there. But it also might close the door with its vines. You never know.
that. With its tentacles, it's like, yeah, you're not going anywhere. Could. Who knows?
Why do I have to give the GM ideas?
I have the same illness. I do the same thing.
I'm gonna concentrate. Wait, oh man. Now that I know how bad water elementals are, I regret bringing this. I'm gonna retrain something next level if possible.
Oh no, is Drench gonna go by?
No, I have summon, but I can only summon. Well, no, that's not true. I can summon the etheric telekinetic things.
There you go.
I'm going to concentrate to summon. Yeah.
An elemental. Ooh, I like
An
it.
elemental. Yes.
So
All
you'll
right.
have to take a. Is it a full round action like it is for casting summon monster?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, hopefully you get it off.
Wait.
I'm rooting for you.
Does it work like? Well, I think it's full round. I'm pretty sure it is. But I
Yeah, it's
still
one
need to
round.
concentrate. What are we, level 10?
You have to make a concentration check, and if he hits you, you're gonna have to make another one.
One good thing that you could do, Fingram,
Let me check
to
its
help
level.
Kudu, is cast greater invisibility on her. That way she get attacked from
Spark
Yeah,
of
we'll
Life,
see. Because it might have blind sense
A
or
level
something
5
like that,
spell. I fail.
or blind sight.
No,
Darn.
that was a low roll.
You can try again though. Like you
All
can.
right. Do anything with your move action?
That was a full round, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. It's a one round.
It's a
Yeah.
full round, yeah.
All right, Fingram.
Okay, so first things first. Do I think? I want to roll a couple knowledge checks here. First off, do I recognize a spell in place? AKA, am I in an entangle and I need to get out of here? Or I'm going to get possibly entangled next round.
Roll me a knowledge arcana.
Yeah, I'm trying to get my sheet to load, and it's being a piece of sheet. I'm just gonna roll. I'm just gonna roll it manually. I think. Stop script. I don't fucking know. Whatever. I'm just gonna like refresh because this thing is being terrible as per usual. We could roll it in Discord. Probably faster at this point. All right. All right. Knowledge Arcana to recognize a spell in place.
Yes, Fingram, you do think that these vines have been transmuted as parade and an entangled.
Okay. It is a low DC, but that's something that I need to consider. Okay. I need to zoom out or something here. Where am I at? There I am. The other one I want to roll, I'm going to attempt a knowledge dungeoneering because maybe this is a thing where knowledge dungeoneering is relevant.
Okay, roll knowledge engineering.
I'm actually not as good at knowledge dungeoneering, but here we go. I have no idea. Oh wait, no, it's It should be higher than that. It didn't put my. Why did I put +5? Oh, because how many ranks I have in it. I'm dumb. Okay, it should be higher than that. It should be a +14, so that's a 19, which is probably still not high enough. But
It's not high enough, but you do think this is an aberration.
okay, well, I mean that's something. I only have a standard or move action, so. But I can get up to the catwalk, so I might do that. That'd get me out of the entangle.
Oh, they're not catwalks; they're beams.
Well, I'm gonna make it's a catwalk for me.
Yeah, if you want to climb up to them.
I don't
And
need to
technically
climb. I got other ways to get up there, but
Just fly.
like are they like narrow? Will I have to like balance on them, or are they wide enough that like I'd be able to stand on them no problem? I guess is a question.
You might have to balance on them if you're fighting,
Okay.
but just moving on them shouldn't be too difficult.
Maybe I'm better off just using the fly spell or fly hex. I wish the fly hex was like a free action or swift action activate or something like that. Like, but it's a standard action, so maybe I should have activated that before I came up here or something. Probably would have been smart. What the hell? This is the wrong character. Go away. All right, I'm going to use a. I know very least I'm doing this, so I'll get that out of the way. I'm going to activate as a swift action. I'm going to activate my arcane pool to enhance Red Destiny. Because I don't know enough about this thing in terms of like what its weaknesses are or things like that, I'm just going to enhance it to a +5 enhancement bonus.
Okay.
Because that'll cover the most like bases. It'll get through most of DR, unless it's like DR epic, which it might be. And then for my standard action, I think I'm just going to cast. This might end up mattering if everybody just ends up getting staggered every turn, I guess. So actually, I don't know if that's what I wanted, but I'm thinking I might just cast haste on everyone. No, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to cast. I'm going to cast Vampiric Touch. I'm going to activate my Prehensile Hair, even though I'm not going to get to attack with it because I need to use it to get the concentration bonus, I think.
Okay.
I think I'm going to. Well, I could also take a penalty to the attack roll, so I get a bonus to. Or is that's only if I use spell combat, so I can't do that. So, but I can do. Oh, actually, activating Prehensile Hair doesn't even matter for that. I'm not going to bother with that. Maybe I don't want to do that. Let me think about this. Because I don't get as many bonuses on. I can't do spell combat because I'm staggered. So I actually don't get as many bonuses on concentration checks. So my concentration check is +16 without any other modifiers. And I'm trying to cast a level 3 spell potentially. So I could fail this. I don't know if I like that. I don't think it matters. I don't think I have any good choice. I think I got to do it. So I'm going to cast Vampiric Touch.
Okay.
And here's going to be my attempted concentration check. Hopefully it goes up. All right, it was fine.
Yeah, you get it like right on the dot.
Yeah, it was actually 21, wasn't it? Yeah, so I got right on the dot. I haven't. Sorry, what was you going to say about? I haven't done the attack.
Okay, so you get the attack right.
I cast Vampiric Touch. I'm going to attempt to Vampiric Touch it and hope it's not like immune to. Actually, it doesn't have an energy or damage type on here, so maybe it'll be fine. This is using Red Destiny. I'm not using spell combat, so it's plus. So it's 11 +3 +1. Probably misses.
A 22 does unfortunately miss.
Okay, well I still have the charge, so that'll be my turn.
Okay, Sister Maria, I think I saw you roll the 88. Was that for the confusion? All right, then roll me a 1d2. You attack Cormac. You see corruption manifesting on Cormac.
Ignore
and you want
the
to
bane.
beat it away.
I think.
Yeah, there's no bane on
I
that.
think you just hit him one attack.
One time, the first attack.
Yeah, one hit because he's staggered. All right. You smack him for 21 points of damage.
Oh no.
There goes my 10 temp.
Yeah. No, we'll be fine long term, I think, because I'm pretty sure break enchantment gets rid of insanity.
No, it doesn't.
Maybe.
Doesn't? It doesn't?
No, break enchantment only works for spells that are 5th level or lower.
Honestly, sister barely hit me with that attack too.
Yeah.
My AC right now is 29, so
Oh, well, then in that case, we're screwed. I don't know if I have any way to handle it.
Psychic surgery?
Yeah, but I can't do psychic surgery because I don't have monstrous physique prepared, so I can't actually use that spell today.
Okay. Jane. She is going to load her gun as a move action. And that will be her turn.
she doesn't have that thing like it automatically loaded.
No. She's conservative with her ammunition and trigger finger. All right,
She's not
on
my
its
dwarf
gun. Everybody who is not Jane needs to give me a reflex for the ongoing entangle.
I don't need to roll it.
Yeah, because you have freedom of movement. And it's got to pick somebody to attack since nobody attacked.
I attacked it, I just missed.
Oh, yeah, that's right, you did.
Technically. I shouldn't be telling you this, but, you know. I do have
So
mirror
this is a
image up,
reflex?
actually, so maybe it actually is good for
Yeah,
attack.
reflex.
Okay. I made a terrible mistake. I tried to open my character sheet in Roll20. I regret everything. You win, Roll20. You win. I won't open my character sheet anymore. I'll do what you apparently want. I'll just manually roll everything.
Gus.
I'll get to it eventually. It will eventually happen.
And I was
Do
very
I need to
adamant
roll a
about
reflex
using
save?
the sheets.
Sister Maria also, yeah, for the reflex.
Okay.
What? God damn it. Alright.
Yep. Cannot roll well except to hurt my allies, apparently.
Oh,
You're here
15.
to fail for us so that we can succeed. Statistics.
Is that how it's supposed to work?
Yeah, he's the statistic, and we're not.
It's. I mean, that's how it goes, right? Like every session, there's got to be a person who ends up not doing anything.
All right, it looks like...
yeah.
So if is there danger sense on this one, Gus?
I just changed something where it's going to automatically apply when needed here, so the 14 is accurate.
14 is 14, okay. So then it looks like only Kudu is not entangled by the entangle. And, of course, Cormac.
Oh, so I failed. Darn.
Yeah, the 15 was just one under.
Alright. Well, entangle isn't the worst condition, but yeah, it's unfortunate.
Alright, well then it chooses at random, and it decides to throw a tentacle at...
Okay. Danger sense again.
I'm sorry, what's going on? You cut out.
Oh, it's throwing a tentacle at Gus, and he is activating danger sense.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, does a 23 hit you?
23. Let me check with that bonus now.
Because it's a pretty good bonus. It misses you.
Just barely, too.
Nice.
Alright, well, let's see. Gus doesn't seem to be a very good target. Who's next on the chopping?
Right?
Not today.
It's gonna go after Jane.
Jane's probably fucked. She's in.
Oh yeah, this one hits.
She'd even. Wait, what'd she even do on her turn?
She loaded her gun.
well, good job, Jane.
job, Jane.
10 out of 10
Alright,
choice.
she takes
I
14
didn't
points of
expect
bludgeoning
resolve.
damage.
That's what I was saying. I was like, why doesn't Jade just have her gun automatically loaded every time? Like, we're going into battle loaded.
It doesn't matter.
Before you go.
It really doesn't matter. Like, her gun is completely useless.
It's a broken gun. Because technically, that's what first level gun
It
stick
also grabs her and constricts,
Oh no.
dealing
Oh,
11 more
no.
points of damage.
Jane.
And it's gonna, let's see.
What was I looking for?
Oh, Zudurium got dropped to the AK channel. Should I pull him back up here?
No.
Yeah,
It's going to maintain its grapple for now. And as it did last round, watching it move and attack triggers its unspeakable presence.
Oh,
so everybody
no,
but
it's so
Kudo,
unspeakable.
you're immune to the effects now for 24 hours. It needs to give me a will save against its unspeakable presence.
Alright,
Mm.
I failed anyway.
Ooh, 31, nice.
I was gonna say I get like a bonus for aberrations, but it's not gonna matter with our 3 as my roll. So
Wait, am I immune? Wait, who's immune?
You're
you
immune,
are
Kudo,
because
you
you already
saved
made the
last round.
save.
You're
Once
immune
you
to
make
the
the
effect
save,
for
you're
24
immune
hours.
for the rest of the combat.
Yeah,
Otherwise, this thing would be
bitches.
absurd.
Woo.
This thing would be absurd otherwise.
Yeah, probably.
You'd be staggered like almost the
All the
entire
time.
combat. Yeah, like all the time, basically. Cormac's probably good now, though.
And I just need one from, I think, Gus.
Saving throw?
Yeah, will.
And this is
Its
a
unspeakable presence.
This is a fear, right? Or you determined it wasn't.
It's not a fear effect.
Effect,
It's
though.
it's mind affecting emotion.
Let me make sure the thing is off really quick. Okay.
Oh, nice, 30. Okay, so Jane is still staggered and Fingrim is still staggered, but Cormac, Sister Maria, and Gus, your mind weathers this peril, and you are not staggered and immune to it for 20.
I am not staggered. Is that correct?
Yeah, you're not staggered. Sister
Unfortunately,
Maria.
you are not staggered.
Okay. Let's hurt my party some more.
And you said immune to it for 24
It's
hours?
only-
Yeah, you're immune to it for 24 hours. This is a one save, and then you don't have to worry about it for a while.
Sweet.
It's
But yeah,
Cormac's
if you
turn.
don't save against it the first time, you gotta keep saving. Because
Until
it's
you
so
find it.
unspeakable.
Yeah.
Cormac, 5 foot to there. And he's going to attack this thing. He's going to activate.
You can't 5 foot. It's difficult
yeah, I
terrain.
can.
Yeah, it's freedom of
Oh,
movement.
yeah,
freedom
freedom
of
movement. Okay. Ignore me.
He's going to activate his weapon master to give himself power attack. He's going to destructive smite this, and he is going to use his ability Pugnacious to give him a +2 to attack for the rest of this combat. Attack this thing once. Let me say.
Grab something to drink real fast.
That's his turn. He attacks it with his greatsword.
Okay, you hit it. And all of your damage seems to go through.
Nice. That's his turn.
Owie. All right. You hit it, and yeah, it reels from that blow. It hurt it quite a bit. But as it lurches, you all hear like the creaking of the rafters and stuff that it's hanging onto.
Wait, what? Is the building going to collapse on us if we kill it? That's amazing.
Gus.
cut
Gus
out
is
a
going to
that.
cast
What's happening
greater.
If we don't kill it
Raptors.
quicker than not, it might.
Okay, Gus casts greater visibility
Yeah.
on himself.
Yeah.
Are you casting it defensively?
No.
Okay.
Gives
Spear
you
Yeah,
weapon.
it's grappling Jane right now, so
Oh yeah, cool.
you
Good.
cast it.
Okay.
Boop. No, that's the sad face. Where's the ninja face?
I mean, technically it can attack with
Ninja.
those tentacles with a -20, but nobody ever
No, it has
does
to
that
maintain
option.
the grapple. It has to maintain the grapple with a -20 to do that, or like initiate the grapple with a -20. It has to make that decision when it's doing the grapple in order to have the ability
Oh,
to
gotcha.
do the attacks.
Okay.
That's true.
Is that all of your turn, Gus, or do you move?
Yeah,
Is-
Gus is going to then move
Gus
over to a
entangled?
corner, so he. Actually, no. That okay. What's that floor? Is that floor space where we came from?
Yeah, that's the trapdoor.
To be fair, he's going to go back down the trap door.
All right, you do that.
So I don't know if you need to throw me off the.
Because you could probably still do stuff from down there.
Yeah,
Because you
you'll
could
just
see
be down
into
there
it.
right now. That way you can see everybody else and their tokens.
Okay.
Just,
All right,
just
Kuda.
move them. Just move them like right next to the square. That's what I would do. Just put them right here. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's at the bottom of the trapdoor.
There we go. Yeah, we'll do that.
Okay. Well, now that I see that successfully worked, I'm going to attack it.
Yay!
Alright. Let me burn myself some more. And it's gonna get really misty in here. Really misty. Which attack?
Even more humid.
You know what? My telekinetic blast is like outdoing the cold blast now, but it's against AC.
Yeah. Well, this thing might be immune to cold for all we know too, because like everything
Yeah.
is. Who knows? It's a mystery.
Touch is easier to get to, but yeah, it might be immune to cold. So I'm gonna telekinetically like throw things around, preferably not the building structure, but all the other things. And I guess I'm point blank, so against its AC. Oh, rough life.
That probably.
No,
Rough
them.
life. Kudu is also useless, sister. How do you feel? I can dodge things, but I can't hit things.
Oh, I can hit things just fine. As
Figure.
long as they're my party.
Oh God.
All right.
Do you get a bonus to hit this thing, don't you? Because it's huge.
No, it just means it has
if
lower
I
AC.
get to act
It's lower
to
AC.
hit it, I could outflank it.
Actually,
Oh right, yeah, he has a thing for that.
okay. So the other thing too, if he rolls the attack nearest thing, he's actually just as close to this thing now as he is to everybody else. So he might end up just attacking what we want him to attack, even through confusion. It could happen. All right, so I have the spell already from before, so I think my play is to try to get it off by attack. Since I am still staggered, I'm also entangled, which is pretty rough, but I don't think I can do anything about that right now. So I'm going to use a swift action to activate Arcane Accuracy to make myself a little bit more likely to hit here.
Okay.
And I'm going to attack with Red Destiny. So let's see. This is plus 15, plus 3 more, plus 1 from the Sacred bonus. God damn it! Really?
I know, a 5.
Yeah, following the 2, I followed it up with a 5. What did I roll last round? It was an 8, but I had a much lower bonus. No, that was for a save. My last real attack roll was really low too. I seem to remember. It was a 7.
Unfortunately, the 24 does not.
Yeah, I'm not surprised. All right. Well, that's my turn since I was staggered.
All right, Sister Maria, give me the. Oh yeah, you hit the close.
Yeah,
but
the thing
that is actually, I think, the thing, because everything else is like 5 feet away
everything
from
else
you.
moved away.
Also,
That's
we're 5 feet of difficult terrain away too.
That's true too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, that's a hit.
Yay! Where you did it?
It is not magic at the moment. It is
Yeah, it's not
just
magic.
gold. Oh, that actually doesn't include my plus 8. A 20 doesn't hit anyway. Never mind. I didn't include my outflank bonus or my what's it called? Overwhelm bonus.
Yeah, but the first one hits.
And the good news too. Well, actually, it's bad news. If it attacks you, you're gonna just attack it again. But actually, you might. I don't know if you necessarily want to, because if it doesn't, if you could, you probably want to be able to roll act normally, so you can like enhance and enact your bonuses.
Yeah,
like
I would
gain or
like to do that.
So hopefully it doesn't attack you. But
What was that?
Not gonna attack him. My guy hit it for
lot.
freaking a shit ton.
No, what was that man said?
oh, he's just saying.
I was just agreeing with Pluto.
He's agreeing with my assessment of the tactics of this combat.
Okay, so yeah, the bane damage wasn't included, right? It was just thrown.
That's correct.
Okay,
Yeah,
you do a
yeah.
little bit of damage to it. It seems like your book is not getting through its thick very well. And as you hit it, the beams creak even more.
Nice.
Well, I can't do anything about that.
I'm looking forward to
Jane struggles against its grip.
She can swift action heal herself,
That's what she can.
even if she's staggered this round. I don't remember how she did on the will save.
Yeah, she's staggered.
Yeah, she can still swift action heal herself, and then I don't know. She can total defense. Or
She's
try
gonna
to get
have
out
to
of.
see him be out of this.
I don't think she's doing it.
All right, Jane, CMB. Because she's like grappled and entangled.
Oxygen
and all this.
absorber. Do not eat. Yeah, I'm just gonna throw it away. Don't worry, I'm not gonna eat it.
That's just causing like stupidity on some people's levels, probably. For that don't eat thing.
Yeah,
It's just
Plus,
tempting too many people.
I bought like one of those like pepperoni sticks, and it has like one of those oxygen absorbers in it. Do not eat. People are
Same with like jerky.
But it was with my pepperonis. Yeah, the jerky has that stuff.
All right, she's stuck.
But it was in my pepperoni sticks. I thought everything in the bag was edible.
You know, there's
All right,
someone
its
in
turn.
this country that's eating it. Like,
Yeah.
I wonder
Everybody
what-
except Gus, give me reflexes for the entangled. If you're,
I'm
not
already entangled, yo. I'm not rolling that.
You're not entangled.
I'm already entangled, so yeah.
And what this thing is going to do is, as a move action, it's going to maintain its grapple.
Oh no! Oh no! It has improved grapple.
It maintains and constricts for 11 points of damage, and Jane needs to make a fortitude.
No.
I think Jane might actually die.
That's probably the best for her.
It's fine. She's still in the dream.
We
world
figured it
somewhere,
out.
Right? Somehow.
All right,
Figure
so
out
it
how to break her
pins.
out of the store.
Technically, Kudu could cast the Breath of Life
Oh,
on
yeah.
her.
It pins Jane. It binds her, and as it does so, the many maws on this thing start to bite at her, and she begins to bleed profusely, and it drinks up this blood.
Oh no! Did it heal? Oh.
Jane takes 3 strength drain as this thing sucks on her vital fluids.
I'm letting Derek know that his character might finally die in Strange Aeons.
But you can still come and play anytime.
You just have to play another character. But yes.
Then it lets go of her as a free action, and it's going to attack Cormac as a standard.
Yay, not it.
Yeah,
I'm
it
so
really.
useless
I'm
on
not
it.
surprised. I'm not surprised that it's attacking Cormac. He's the only one who's done anything to this.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's
And it's going to vital strike you.
Oh.
Oh no! That's terrifying, actually. Maybe it'll miss. Cormac's AC is pretty good, right?
Does a 30 hit you?
Yeah, barely. Thank God.
Uh-huh.
God damn it!
Hey, he
I have
can't
an
be
AC.
grappled. He has freedom of movement.
That's right,
on
you can't
him.
be grappled.
Yeah,
it hits
but
you for 20 points of damage, and it tries to grab you, but it just can't.
Aha! We countered it. Good job. Good job, team. Good job, Team Cormac. You're the team now.
I'll be useful. Maybe.
That's what's going on this session, mate. That's why you have to like be completely useless this combat, is so that Cormac can carry us. Like, I don't know if you've had a combat in a while that Cormac's just like been the one
And
that carries.
in its frustration, as it tries to like
There was.
grab onto you,
It's been a
everyone
little while.
hears in their mind as it screams again, that voice, "Do you know what slithers beneath, writhing, crawling, infested?"
No.
I say no. No, I have no idea.
And I think the only
What's the
person...
punchline to this?
I gotta make a will
Yes,
save,
finger.
right?
Yeah, unspeakable presence for finger.
Oh wait, I almost did it. I almost opened my character sheet, but I've wizened up. All right, so I'm assuming this is an aberration, and I get the +2 trait bonus. So I'm actually just gonna include that in the roll. That's...
Yeah, because he just flame struck everything.
Yeah, he did have that one. That was the last one where he was the big hero.
Yeah, but there's been so
But the
many.
thing is, I
there's
think
been
that
so many
combat-
that have been feared.
Yeah, I feel like
just
that
to
combat
use-
with the Inquisitor and her guards was like not a really hard combat. So like, even if Cormac hadn't just
You guys
flame
were way over leveled.
We
I
would've
also.
I feel like he
covered all
also
the-
was big help versus that thing, like when he shattered that
Oh yeah,
construct.
yeah, definitely. That was pretty big. But
Also,
yeah.
also.
But there's been like a
the
lot of
boat
combats
guys.
where like he'll roll a 2 on his will save, and he has like the highest bonus in the party.
But he hasn't
been
had
hilarious.
those in a while.
Yeah, it's been
Yeah.
a little while.
All right, Fingrim, your mind is finally kicking
Yeah,
in, and you
I
say
can
versus
spell
the unspeakable
combat.
presence.
Hooray!
Cormac, it's your turn to rebuttal now too.
He's gonna do everything that he did last round. Attack this thing one more time.
All right, give me an attack.
You can attack twice, or yeah, can't you attack twice?
No, I realized something that I was doing wrong, or pretty much this whole campaign is my destructive smite ability is for one attack.
Right, but you can still do a second attack without destructive smite, right?
Yeah,
As long as it's not a standard action attack, it's for
Just
a single attack.
yeah, you just get it versus
and
on
then
your
you
first
still have
attack.
your lower BAB
Yeah, you
attack.
still
but
have the
your
attack. It
distract-
just doesn't have the smite
okay.
bonus.
Okay, I'll do that. I'll attack it twice then.
No
And,
worries.
just roll separate rolls.
Yeah, just roll 2 rolls and take a -5 on the second one,
All right.
and don't have the destructive smite for the second one.
Yeah, I'll keep that. All right. So here's the first attack.
Uh,
26. All right, and 33. Okay, you hit.
plus 25. Jeez, I'm kind of jealous.
The 24 does not hit.
I mean, it would have been lower than that technically, right? Because it doesn't have the -5
No,
baked in.
I put.
Oh, it does.
Yeah.
Okay, so that was correct. Okay, but it missed. That probably was close. Like 26 hit and a 24 doesn't means its AC is probably like 25 or 26.
That's his turn.
I'm not good at math, but I think that's probably pretty accurate.
All right.
Was-
This is what happened. You hit it, and
Oh,
it's
no.
lost you've taken like enough of a chunk out of it that this thing loses its grip on the rafters above, and it plummets.
Oh, no.
Everybody
Hey, at
who's
least
on
I'm not
this
right
floor,
under it.
roll a reflex.
Oh.
Good thing I'm really good at reflex saves, guys. Oh, especially while entangled.
I think I'm not in its square.
It's
This
pretty
is an
decent.
Oh no,
aberration.
this it's not under your square. It's everyone on this
Everyone on
floor.
the ground.
Oh,
So
on
Gus
the
is the
floor?
only one that
Jesus
doesn't have to
Christ.
roll it.
Woo. Kudu and
Nope.
your saves.
Gus, hey, where did he go? Where did Gus go? I don't see him. What?
Gus left.
Bring
Gus
his
is gone,
bring his token
apparently.
back.
No, you
Maybe
don't
I'm
get.
okay.
You don't get him.
I want Gus to be able to see what's going on. I want Sin to
I don't
see
know he
us.
will.
Like, okay. This is-
Oh yeah, and Jane. Her reflex is garbage right now.
yeah. Well, she's not
She's
not grappled anymore.
Yeah. All right. Well, unfortunately,
she's not grappled anymore though, right? So
no, but
helps a little
it's
bit.
still not. It's still not much.
Did she give up?
All right.
Does her archetype give up divine grace? Please don't tell me it does that.
I'm not sure.
I don't want to know. I don't want to know. Don't tell me.
It's not a good archetype.
Don't tell me because if I might not be able to deal with the answer.
I should
Hey,
go look
it's
it up.
about as bad as my cleric archetype that I took in Second Darkness.
All right. So this thing comes crashing to the floor, and only Jane and Cormac are going to take damage from it falling.
Well, that's good. That the rest of us didn't. I mean,
You guys take 12 points of damage from it as it falls, but it crashes through the floor, and everybody goes down to the skin level.
okay,
Oh, fun.
Oh,
that's
fun.
fine because I have at will featherfall. So, yeah, I'll do that. I'll at will featherfall. Well, that's cool, I guess. Because so that means some people might take more damage actually.
Does that
from...
mean we're prone now?
Well, you guys might be. You have to roll an acrobatics roll or something, right? To like be able.
That's only if you fall or jump.
One thing that's
like
nice.
this.
Oh, that's
is
only
I
on
think-
purpose.
This
Yeah.
site, unfortunately, everybody is going to take this much damage regardless.
No, I'm not. I'm feather falling.
Oh, yeah, but
That
you're
was
feather
better.
falling. You're fine.
What's nice is I think everybody loses the entangled because the vines aren't there anymore.
Oh yes. Okay. So yeah, there's going to be an update on statuses here. If you were entangled by the vines, they are not down here, so you're no longer entangled.
Yay!
Everybody who took damage from the falling is prone, including
Including what?
it
Oh,
is
including
also
it.
prone because it
Oh,
fell.
jeez, you are so dead, Mister whatever your name is.
Can you shift ping the camera?
Thank you.
There we go.
Yeah, so everybody except for Fingram took 5 more points of damage. Jane's not
Yeah.
looking too good. She's really low.
Yep. Oh, and Gus didn't take any falling damage too.
No,
and he's
yeah,
not
Gus,
prone.
you just you
Yes.
see the fight kind of going on, and then like this thing falls and just crashes through to this.
I feel like Gus saw this coming, and that's why he went down the ladder.
Best part is he's just standing there looking up, then looking at level,
yeah.
and he's not saying a word.
All right, well, it's your turn, Gus.
So Gus is going to let's see. Gus is going to run over to Jane.
Okay.
And then is going to let's see. How bad is she looking?
Pretty bad, like critical. She's
Am
at
I-
5 out of 44 health.
And she's bleeding out.
No, she's not bleeding out. She's still conscious, but she's very, very low.
But I mean, she's not taking bleed damage right now?
No, she's not bleeding at the moment.
I thought she was. I thought she took bleed damage from the grapple earlier.
No, it's not. It wasn't bleed damage.
Oh.
It
It was a
sucked
drain.
out her
Yeah.
vital
Gotcha.
fluid.
It was
It was strength drain.
Okay.
Okay.
then what he's going to do is he's going to mention over to Jane.
Heal yourself. I'm going to help you up.
And he's going to help Jane get into standing position again.
Okay.
If willing.
She is willing.
Okay.
But you will provoke from it, and it's going to attack.
Does it have blind sight?
It's going to attack her?
No, you.
No, you.
Okay.
It has blind sight, huh?
Well, he's whatchamacallit. It's not blind sight. It's it's the other one. It's the if you're touching the ground with it.
Tremor sense. Okay. Well, you still have concealment.
It doesn't know where it is.
Yeah, he doesn't know where he is though, so it's you still have concealment.
Yeah, I was
against
gonna say you still have concealment, so it's not as terrible then.
It's
But,
blind?
yeah.
It still shouldn't provoke an
No,
attack of
Gus is-
opportunity.
No, Gus is invisible.
Gus is invisible.
Oh, gotcha. Oh, okay.
Because it doesn't know where he... Like, it doesn't know exactly where he is or what actions Gus is taking.
Well, it felt him moving on the ground. He walked over to.
He moved
Right,
through
but you
threatens-
can't attack of opportunity things that
That have total
you
concealment.
can't see.
And there is total concealment on account
I'll
of
go
the
look up
invisibility.
because it has its own rules.
Yeah, I'm wondering on. Yeah, it does have some crazy rules on it, but yeah, let's see if it has exceptions.
Can automatically pinpoint the location of anything that is in contact to the ground.
Right.
So does
But-
that ignore distortion then?
That doesn't mean that it ignores the concealment aspect.
Right, 'cause
Right.
that's like the thing. Total concealment, generally, you can't take attack opportunities on things that have
Well,
total
he's
concealment.
still touching the ground, even though he's invisible. He's still touching the ground. So
Correct.
I would say
Right.
we're-
knows
It's
you-
like if you perception or you have scent, you know where something is.
So I think it
if
can
it's
take
invisible.
its attack of opportunity. It's just it still has to go by the concealment rules. But it sensed it going through threatened squares. Mini actually. I don't know. It's Game Master's choice.
What's your call, Matt?
I'm gonna rule it as it gets an attack of opportunity if it wants to.
Go for it.
Okay. I'm pretty sure this is a possible hit, but you have 50% concealment.
Do I roll there? Or you want to roll that?
I usually roll.
You got it.
All right. You help Jane up, but it's going to do some damage to you. It hits you for 13.
Does that factor in the prone condition?
Oh, it's like minus to hit? Yeah, it was a 28. I know
Okay.
Gus's AC isn't that high. But it rolls a natural 1 to try and grab you.
That's
And you
good.
said it was 13 damage?
13 damage.
13 bludgeoning damage, yeah.
So most of that's absorbed by the temp hit points you got from the from Cormac.
Yeah,
spell.
it's just kind of like flailing around at the moment. Okay, and that was your turn?
Let's see. Movement.
I think so.
Helping to stand was standard.
It's another move.
It's another move.
But it was
okay.
double move basically. So you got a
And-
swift action still.
I think the other thing he's going to do. Let me just see what the action type is on it really quick. I think it's swift. Is where is it? Shift focus. Okay, so he is going to shift focus, and he is going to remove his, yeah, he's going to shift focus at this point here, and that basically that's a swift action to do so.
Okay.
And that way he can actually, and he's going to be able to shift focus without loss because he's going to use his refocusing rod.
Okay.
So passing over from enchantment over into divination. He's going to pass 3 points over. That way he has that all set up.
Okay. Finger.
We skipped Kudu's turn.
Oh, did I?
Yeah.
Shit, I did. Kudu.
Oh man. Okie dokie.
You are prone.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's prone next to you.
It did attack opportunity already, but I don't know. It might have combat reflexes.
Yeah, I guess I don't know. Ooh. What if I... That's a green dot. What if I'm gonna defensively try to cast a spell.
Okay. Go ahead and give me the concentration.
It's a hard DC. It's because it's a level 5 spell that's what, double spell levels, so 25.
25.
So we're level 10 plus my con. Oh, my con might be higher right now because I did burn myself. Is that in factor? Oh. Well, that means my roll earlier was wrong. Whoops. Okay. Plus 5. Woof!
Alright, you do it.
Yay!
Alright, it's a full round cast, but I'm gonna summon.
Yep.
I'm just gonna summon.
Alright, you start summoning. Finger.
All right. I am definitely going to do spell combat because I'm no longer staggered and I have it right where I want it. So I'm going to start with the attacks because I still have a fucking spell that I haven't hit with because I miss like every round apparently. Do I want to take a penalty to the attack? Okay, first off, do I want to use a swift action to increase my accuracy is the other question. I don't think so. No, I do. I do think I'd want to do that. I'm going to do that. I'm going to use a swift action for arcane accuracy, and I'm just going to try to go Nova on this thing. Technically, I could do more damage if I use my swift action to cast Forceful Strike, but I think this is going to be better. So I'm not going to take any penalties to my concentration or to my attack roll for bonus concentration check because I have. I'm going to cast a pretty low level spell here, and I'm going to activate my prehensile hair as well. So
My apologies there.
first attack. 15 plus 1 plus 3. Okay, are you fucking kidding me? All right, that probably misses. Well, maybe not. It's prone. Maybe it hits because it's prone. Does a 23 hit this thing while it's prone?
A 23? Yes, it does.
Does this thing have spell resistance? I need to roll a caster level check first.
No, it does not.
So here's the vampiric touch damage first. Assuming that 19 damage affects it, I get temporary hit points.
Okay.
And then I'll do my weapon damage as well. And then spell combat lets me actually choose the order. Like I can actually do my spell in the middle of my iterative. So I'm going to be doing that as well. Let's see. Red Destiny does a D6 plus 7, and this is as a plus 5 weapon. So it should go through most DR, depending on unless it's like DR slashing or something like that, like physical Yeah, anyway. So +5 weapon. Should go through like most alignment DRs and things like that. I'm going to cast Shocking Grasp as my next spell. My concentration bonus is plus 20, so I make this check automatically. I'm going to use spell combat, so I'm going to take free attack first. This thing is probably not wearing metal or anything, so 34.
34, that is a hit.
Okay, so 5d6 of electricity damage. Hopefully it's not immune to electricity. It might be.
Yeah, this is where you find out some more information about it. Is that the electricity seems to have no effect.
Okay, well, it was still an attack. I still deal 11 damage with the Red Destiny.
Yep, you do.
And then I'll get another attack. This one's going to be at same attack roll, -5. 18 probably misses. And then I'm going to take my prehensile hair attack as well. 29. So this counts as only +1 magic and is bludgeoning. So it might not do anything if it, depending on what type of DRs it has, but 12 damage, or 7 damage rather, from prehensile. And
it seems like the hair does no damage to it. It doesn't slash like your sword.
Ah, okay. That's fair. Well, it's still useful-ish because I can use it to deliver touch spells. So, all right, that's my turn.
Okay. And I see Sister Maria has rolled.
Yep.
He damages himself.
Yep. Already done. Keep going.
Jane is no longer prone. That's
Jane is
good.
no longer prone. She's going to swift action, lay on hands herself.
It's probably a good move. Thank God your archetype didn't give up lay on hands, Jane. At least it didn't do that. Oh, geez. Look at that.
A maximum heal. Well,
I think
no,
that's the
she's
first
gonna-
time someone's maxed healed.
She's going to take a 5-foot step back, but she's going to shoot. And she's going to make it a smiting shot. Her one smiting shot for the day. Here we go. All right, that touches it. And she deals some damage.
She did something?
Yeah, she did some damage because smiting shot ignores its DR.
Oh my god, that's amazing. It's almost like she's using real smite evil, except that her next attacks are going to be completely useless again.
All right, on its turn. I don't think anybody hasn't. I think everybody stayed against Unspeakable Presence, so it's just gonna start attacking.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Fingrim, you heard it, and Cormac heard it.
Yeah, Cormac's
Yeah.
the one that hurt it enough to
It's
drop
time
it
for
down.
you guys to take damage.
All right, bring it on. I have mirror images and 30 temporary hit points.
It's gonna send a tentacle after Fingrim first at -4 with pro.
Yeah.
Oh, that's gonna be a miss for sure. It's 21.
That is definitely a miss. I'm not even
Send
fighting
another one
defensively.
at you. That's 32.
32 has a chance to hit, but I do have 5 mirror images, so no, 6 mirror images rather.
All right, takes out an image.
All right.
It's going to change its attack to Cormac. And here goes another tentacle. 31.
Yeah.
Take 11 points of bludgeoning damage, and it can't grab you. And it's going to take its last attack on Cormac. And a 24 does not hit you, right?
Well, I'm prone. I
Oh,
don't
maybe it
know.
does.
Yeah, it would meet. Or no, it wouldn't. My prone would be 25.
All right, nice. It misses its last attack. Yeah, it's on the ground flailing. Your turn, Cormac.
He's gonna stand up. He saw that this thing attacked someone. He didn't see who, but
Well, it went after that though, so I think it gets its attack opportunities back.
yeah, he's still gonna stand up. He's not gonna try to fight this thing prone.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it missed you earlier. It's prone itself, so that cancels it out. You have a good chance of not getting hit, even if it takes that attack opportunity.
Standing up's just a move. I could still full round right after standing up.
No, you can take
One
it
attack.
standard.
You can just
Yeah,
take a
and
standard.
if you stand, it will provoke.
Yeah, he's still standing. He's provoking.
Okay, it'll attack you. Comes a tentacle. 22.
That misses. He's
It
gonna
misses.
attack it. Everything that he's been doing.
The prone hurt. Oh, that hits.
Can you take the little prone token off of mine?
Oh, sure. Sorry about that.
You can take it off yourself too. I think. You just hit the
Yeah,
little.
I don't know. I
couldn't
don't
find
know
it?
how to do all that.
All right,
That's
it's looking
fair.
really bad. It's starting to bleed here.
All
it's
right.
not down yet, but it's getting chopped up.
It's dead. It's dead. It just
Gus, it's
doesn't
your
know
turn.
it.
You have a shot at glory. Maybe you can finish it off.
Gus is going to use his sword cane to go ahead and take a nice swift blow at it. And give me a minute. Let me also factor in the fact that he has additional +2 on account of the right. Oh wait, 3. He has 3 on there because there's sacred bonus. There's the 2 from his invisibility.
He's using his destructive smite. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm using my destructive smite, my channel force, power attack, and divine favor.
I'm like, I'm kind of jealous of those flat modifiers. I gotta roll a bunch of silly dice.
The
when I hit
25
people.
hits.
And it's against his he's flat-footed, so it's flat-footed.
And
see.
prone.
Yeah.
So 25.
Oh yeah, he also gets that +4.
Yeah, the
bonus on
13 might still miss because most of his AC probably his flat-footed is probably pretty similar to his normal. I can't imagine.
Yeah.
All right, you slice into it, Gus, and it's still just barely hanging in there, but you make it
It's all right.
bleed with your slashing.
Kudu summons the elemental after this round. It finishes summoning because it didn't attack Kudu. It interrupted the summon because it is not very smart.
Well, I mean, I haven't really done anything to it.
Yeah.
You said it's an etheric elemental.
Yeah. That is correct. And these are very interesting elementals. Boy, are they. But,
Alright.
it's just
Where do you want?
Let's do a flank.
That is not a.
Over
A flank?
next to
A flank
me.
with me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That
do
is
it
not
right
a
here.
water elemental. I'm sorry.
Oh no, it's not a war elemental
This is
anymore.
not-
It's an
a water
etheric. This
elemental.
is an etheric elemental.
Where'd you want it?
Next to
Over
me.
here, I think,
Yeah.
or so that we get a
It's
flank.
like a telekinetic, elemental. It's all kinetic energy.
I'm assuming this thing isn't immune to flank, right? Like
it
it
actually
Nope.
has a telekinetic throw, so it has a range attack. But it's gonna slam.
It's not what it's
All
gonna
right,
do.
yeah, it's gonna flank with Fingram.
Yeah,
And
me
go ahead
and
and give me this
Cormac.
attack.
Technically, we both of us get a flank.
It doesn't have power attack. Let's see, what do I have? What is telekinetic maneuver?
I love like summoning like the unusual elementals. Like Araxi would always do the what was it? Like the storm elemental or something like that. I don't remember what it's called. It was pretty cool though.
The lightning one.
It was a lightning elemental.
Yeah, it's a lightning elemental.
Yeah, those things are cool.
All right. It's not a great number. Oh, that's a good roll though.
It's prone, so that might hit. You might finish
This
it.
range is way better than its.
All right, you hit it. The 23 hits.
If it doesn't kill it, I'm going to kill it.
Well,
So,
Kudu also
just so
gets
you know.
a turn.
That's true too. You could kill it with your shit. Like you could just.
Is that how
stab
much
it or
damage it
something.
deals? 7 points.
Yeah.
What kind of damage is that?
Ether.
It's a slam.
Oh yeah, it's a slam. So bludgeoning.
Slam. Unfortunately, that doesn't get through its DR.
It's flanking though.
It
It
is
is.
flanking. That does.
What about your attack?
What are you
Kudu?
doing?
So what I will do is concentrate to cast, and I'm gonna auto succeed because it's a level 0, and I'm gonna put a wall up between me and it. Wall.
All right, you put a wall between you and it.
I don't know how close to death it technically is. She plans to stand up next round. Hey, that's not what I wanted. What do I want? Oh, polygon, right?
Hey.
Fingram.
All right. I am going to spell combat. So here's the question: do I want to use Sun's Vitals this round? Because I'm thinking, I don't know if this thing's immune to sneak attack or not. It's apparently not immune to flank,
It might
but
not have vitals. Well, I don't. Wait.
I'll attempt it because I'm going to cast 2 spells this turn if everything goes how it's supposed to. So I'm not going to use Arcane Accuracy this time. I'm going to rely on the flank bonus to helping out and the fact that it's prone. This is probably a mistake, but the way I roll, this is probably a mistake. So let's see, 11 plus 1 plus 3. So I'm going to, again, if I'm using spell combat, I can cast up to 3rd level spells without making a concentration check roll because I auto succeed on them. So Sense Vitals is a level 2 spell. I'm going to cast that as my first spell. And then I'm going to do my attacks. Of course.
Aww. That's so bad.
This is okay. I thought
Oh man.
I thought this thing was gonna die, but apparently not because I'm rolling terrible. Okay, well I'm not done yet. I got some more attacks. So let's see. Next attack. That one. Yeah, the flanking bonus is in there. So that's
18. That's it.
Yeah.
All right.
I get one more attack.
Yes.
That misses as well.
Oh,
wow!
goodness.
I wouldn't have mattered. Even if I used my swift action for arcane accuracy, I probably would have still missed most of those attacks. I maybe would have hit that second
Mantis, let's see if you're confused or if you're able to.
Maybe Jane can finish it before it fucking gets
Babble
With
incoherently.
the one
Babylon.
bullet she loaded, she hasn't used it, right?
No, she already shot it.
Oh, she did. Oh.
But she can shoot again.
Oh.
I think you guys should just leave Sister alone in this room until, like, take
She
the
hits,
ladder
but
down
does no damage.
and let Sister, like, smack herself into submission.
On its turn, it's still alive. It's still thrashing around.
Yep. Unfortunately, because I rolled a 1 and an 8 and a 5.
Yeah.
It's gonna attack Cormac.
At least Cormac's no longer prone.
Does a 27 hit you?
Nope.
All right, next tentacle. That doesn't hit you. That doesn't hit you. Oh, here we go. How about a 31?
That hits.
Yay! It's got to roll high. You take 15 points of bludgeoning damage, and it cannot grapple you. But that's its whole turn. It's for attack. And as it is close to death, and it knows that, you all hear in your minds it screeching something. It's actually it almost sounds happy.
I mean, I would be too. I wouldn't want to be
Although
like
you can't really
that.
quite get any inflection from a telepathic
Guys.
hearing. But what it
Yeah.
says is, a blot so clear, never was a stain so pristine upon thy skin. I am jealous.
If I ever turn into a weird plant tentacle thing, like I hope I die too. Just so you know. If I ever turn one of these,
All right, Cormac.
just finish me off. It's probably not. It's probably not worth living as one of these things.
But there might be magic that can bring you back to normal, so I'd rather pursue
Oh,
it first.
Okay.
before his attack comes, he swift channels.
I will
his weapon
trust
again.
your judgment.
I mean, unless you'd rather just
Okay.
insta die when you turn.
27 hits.
Oh my god, it's dead.
33
Please.
points. Oh, damn it.
Yeah, please.
Is this enough to outright kill it?
Might be.
It's got pretty good con.
Look at that.
But nope,
that
yeah, it's
number.
enough.
Look at that
All
number.
right, how do you kill it, Cormac? Because that's enough to put it into the negs. Neg 30.
Does it have like any like? So it's like a bush, right?
No, that was actually something else. It was under an effect
Guys.
that was making it look
So what
like.
does it? What does
What does it
actually
look like right now?
Yeah.
It looks like how it looks
that.
like.
That
The
is
picture is.
a fucking giant.
It's
What
got
does
like
the
these
picture look like, Matt?
These like these tentacular tree branches, these like tree trunk.
So he just cuts off the fucking like he goes basically for the trunk and just slices all the way through like where the tentacles start and just
All right.
basically cleaves through the
Bisect
whole.
it.
Yeah. Bisection.
All right, yeah, you mightily cleave it in 20.
Well, thank God that's over.
Yeah, no kidding. I was gonna use my forceful strike. It's a spell that I can cast as a swift action when I hit somebody. I was gonna do like 10d4 force damage to it, on top of sneak attack damage and everything. I was like, man, that'll kill it. And then I rolled a 1. Feels bad, but I'm glad that Cormac was able to just fucking murder this thing. I think
And
I'm pretty sure
makes
Cormac
this
did.
weird squealing for a creature as large as its size, and then it stops flailing, and it almost like seems to like immediately petrify, like a tree.
Jeez.
Alright, and the elemental's gonna hang out for like 10 minutes.
All right, I'm
Just
taking a
looking
second
around.
combat.
I'm an ether elemental. What do ether elementals do now?
Yeah, what do we do in this plane?
What do we do now? What is there anything fun to do in the material plane?
But like as it petrifies, all of its mouths like
Throw
close
shit?
up and look like as if they had never been there, and it just looks like this weird, like bi trunk, like
And it doesn't like disappear. Like it goes back. Like normally a summoned.
no, it doesn't
creature,
disappear.
like- yeah, a lot of times a summoned creature dies, it goes back to its plane, but it doesn't. There's
It
like
just seems
actually
to
like
yeah,
a body
petrify
here.
and die.
He kind of
Jeez.
suggested it was created.
yes, that's true. So like, but yeah, still that's that's a little unnerving that it's like still here because normally when we fight stuff like this, it disappears after you kill it.
It's unnerving that something can be created like this.
Quick, leave the room and let Sister smack himself to unconsciousness.
So hold on. So Mantis, how I'm gonna treat that is insanity, like confusion every round is super annoying to deal with. So instead, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna say that you have schizophrenia.
Well, confusion
Okay.
insanity only happens. It's a rule
In combat.
when combat starts.
But that's
and then
how.
once combat
But that's how
ends, you're
schizophrenia
done
works.
with it.
Is that when you enter combat,
Right.
you have to save, or else you become confused.
Right. Yeah, that's what in the Stargate game. That's what the boss had. Schizophrenia.
All right, Matt.
I gotcha. So you're giving him basically the schizophrenia
Yeah.
insanity, which functions like the insanity spell, but
Yeah, so he's still insane,
Yep.
but it's
Matt.
without like all the rolls out of combat. Sorry, yeah, Grim.
Gotcha.
None of my second attacks hit this I think fight, but I want you to reread the destructive smite to make sure.
Okay,
that's not...
I'll reread it. I'm also trusting you that you know your.
I'm pretty sure. I'm
Grim's
pretty sure it's just
interpretation
one.
is right.
If just the
it's
one
just the
attack
one
is
round.
how it works, then we'll look at it after. But yeah, in the aftermath of this thing dying, what do you guys do?
Cormac keeps chopping this shit.
Ether elemental.
He just cuts this. He dices this thing until it's like unrecognizable.
The ether elemental is going to roll perception, and it might find something interesting. But it's going through all like the rubbish, like the floors that fell through and stuff.
Okay, so I can kind of see what you're talking about, Grim, because it does say like so it says supernatural ability to make a single melee attack with a morale bonus on damage rolls. So I guess I could sort of see somebody like thinking it's like Vital Strike in that sense, but it just says it doesn't say it's like a standard action or anything like that. It just says you must declare the destructive smite before making the attack.
I think in general, cleric domain powers are standard actions, though.
Most of them are.
Most of them are, but I don't think this one is. It doesn't.
But it does say a single attack.
Yeah,
I think he's
it might
right because you take a standard action to activate the power destructive smite,
and then just get an attack,
and then
that
it grants
right.
you the attack.
It might be
Yeah.
like Vital Strike in that sense, then.
But I mean, that's pretty good for that much damage.
XP 3.
Yep, that was worth a lot because that was a high CR creature.
Yeah. Well, and I'm glad we took care of it now because, like that's the thing because I actually feel like even if it didn't I don't know, like he's more robotic now, but I actually kind of think Moon Jr. like I don't know, like the whole idea of him
He's taking on like a good personality. It looks like.
Yeah, and taking over Moon's role within the community because I don't think the real Moon's ever coming back.
Well, Moon's face was that of a like almost a philanthropic person who helps
right.
and does stuff.
He's taking on the community's
the community's
mythos
interpretation of him.
Moon.
Yes.
Yeah, and so like I actually really like that idea, and I think like for the way Fingram is thinking of it, he's thinking like, okay, so maybe he's kind of robotic now, but like he's shown because of like the terrible experience he had here, he's shown that he has like the ability to be kind of more than that, and maybe if he just keeps like living, maybe he can kind of recapture like the kind of sentience he had before without the
the corruption.
Yeah, maybe because he's shown that he has like kind of there's like some sort of spark in there, and like I don't know, he's okay with that idea of like him living out and maybe something comes of it, maybe something doesn't, but like at least he's not in like the pain, like even at least there's not a sentient creature living through the pain that Moon Jr. was experiencing before we went through that ordeal. So he's actually feeling a lot better, especially now that we've handled the anomalous friend, and it's not gonna like.
Out of character, this thing is called a Dark Young.
Through the floors eventually.
Yeah. No. So like after dealing with this, he feels a lot more relieved.
Oh yeah, no, and like killing this thing also rids the town of the city of like a possible
outbreak of this thing getting out and murdering everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It could easily do that.
It could. There are still a bunch of Darrow though, so like, I don't know if we're dealing with that because that seems like as like in a weird way, this thing is more dangerous than any Darrow we could ever possibly fight. I'm pretty sure, but like the Darrow,
like
almost
10,000 Darrow are more dangerous than this thing.
Well,
Yeah.
fight them all at once. But that's the thing is, my point is, I was making is Darrow seemed like a harder problem to deal with. I'm not really sure if we can permanently fix that in a reasonable time frame. So I don't know if we'll be able
I
to.
mean, did we find something like we could find a scroll of stone shape or something?
I
You wanna
don't
block
have
the
one, but
entrance
maybe
off?
could buy one. Yeah, and block that entrance at least into here. But I mean, they probably I don't know. Like
I
that,
could
that
also. I think I could prepare stone shape.
But I mean, the thing is, the Darrow problem's probably been a problem for a longer time than this thing, and the city's been fine. So it's probably not as pressing an issue, I guess. But yeah, it kind of is a little
They
bit.
I
just
mean,
find a
stone
different
shape-
route, and you can't stop
Right.
all routes. Yeah.
Like,
Right, that's my point.
That's a problem for the.
like you
the
can
stupid
also
city
like put
watch.
writing into the stone shape. Like you could, like stone shape the entrance off and say Darrow, like entrance to the Underdark, Darrow down below, like on the top.
You could.
Of it. Because you
so,
have
like-
control of how the stone
Well,
forms.
Yeah, that's up to him. But the thing is, Darrow might have other ways to get up here. So,
Right.
like, well, but the thing is, the Darrow probably existed for like way longer than this thing. So the
But
Darrow,
we're-
like, yeah, it's probably not that big a deal.
We're not on a crusade to like eliminate all of the Darrow from.
Or are we?
Yeah.
I don't think we are.
Okay. Well,
Let's take this book complete sidetrack off rail and
We're
eliminate this
we're
going
not
for the
playing
Darrow.
the rest of Strange Aeons. We're just fighting Darrow. The rest.
We're
of
go to the
playing,
Darklands.
You put
Go
it
to
in
the
front of me.
Darklands.
Second
I'm dealing
Darkness
with it.
Darrow style.
Yeah.
You know
Second
that-
Darkness round 2.
You know that part of the book, Matt, where it says this goes beyond the scope of the adventure.
Let's go to
We're
the
doing
adventure,
that.
yeah.
Yeah, we're doing that instead.
You guys will have to assimilate yourselves into Darrow society.
Yes, I have. I could do that with Monster's physique. I can turn into a Darrow. It's fine.
Gustav is wondering because he was able to identify when insanity was cast.
Yes.
Okay, does he know anything about the insanity spell?
Oh, yes, you do.
Okay,
You know that it is a permanent, instantaneous effect.
and do I know what removes it?
Okay, so for removing insanity, you need something on the power level of greater restoration, heal, limited wish, miracle, or wish.
Yeah.
Because it's not just like it's not like a lingering spell effect. It has instantly warped
Traumatized your
the
mind.
victims. Yeah, percept. It has literally damaged their mind.
Well, isn't that lovely? Okay.
Right. But psychic surgery specifically says that it removes
Yeah.
Does
insanity.
it?
Yep.
It does. It's
Ooh.
in
It all eliminates
description.
all ongoing insanity, confusion, and fear effect.
Wait, what does?
Psychic surgery.
Oh yeah, psych surgery will work. I just can't cast it right now because I didn't prepare
Yeah.
monster.
And maybe as an occultist, you would know about that ability.
I mean, we've talked about psych surgery. I would have explained to Gus that that's what we are doing to cure Moon Junior.
Right. Does Gus know that that Sister Mary was inflicted with it?
Oh yeah, you do. You know that like when
Okay.
it went off and you saw Sister Maria's expression, it looked like something had very visibly perturbed.
Yeah, we also
was
saw
not
Sister
in
Maria
his right
attack
mind.
Cormac and hurt himself. So like we saw, even though it was kind of maybe like I mean I think we all saw it, but like and maybe me and Cormac. I mean Cormac probably noticed when he got attacked, but maybe we weren't noticing as much because we were like focusing all of our attention on fighting this thing.
Yeah, Cormac's
we
pretty
all
much,
probably-
he's given up on like bothering with like people going crazy around him and just focuses on the task.
Yeah.
So Gustav will go ahead and mention,
Sister Maria, what, are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine.
How are you now? I have a feeling that, the insanity spell may have hit you.
I'm going to go let Moon Jr. know that his mess up here has gotten a little bit more out of hand. And I'm gonna go tell Moon Jr. that we dealt with his anomalous friend. But
Okay, does anybody
let
else
the
stay
mess-
here in this room?
Yeah, I want
I'm
to
following
see if I know anything about this kind of thing.
Okay,
Now
go
that
ahead.
I'm not in dire peril of it.
Okay, that knowledge is engineering.
Better than the one I rolled.
It is
Pluto.
better.
I'm
Pluto, what
gonna
do you have the
heal
HP
Cormac.
as?
I have it as I think it's the same number you had. So that's what I was saying roughly. Or the same number Mantis put out.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I have the same number Mantis put in there. That's what I'm saying. It's about 18,000 away from leveling up technically, but
Kudu
yeah,
heals
we're
Okay.
still a ways
Cormac.
away.
I know I put.
Okay.
I wasn't sure if I kept up with it or not. So
Cormac
I
gets
think you
wanted to
maybe
double check.
missed the last two sessions, or
yeah.
yeah, the last two
Oh,
sessions because
yeah, there's
that's
been a couple
about 10,000.
There's been a couple times where Matt will say, "Here's the experience at the end of the session." And it'll be like, and you'll like log
I had
off right
already
at the end of the
closed it,
session.
yeah.
Right. So I think that's what had happened is that you just missed a couple times where like he gave the experience totals at the very end of the session after you logged
Yeah, and
out.
I think it was the past two
Yeah. Okay.
because he's about 10,000 different from me, and the past two sessions are about 10,000 experience.
All right, so Sister Maria, what you know about this thing is that this is definitely an aberration, something not natural. You also don't think that this was created by Mun. That this thing was born from. Let's see, what did it say here?
I already knew that. Like, Mun's weird and powerful, but not this kind of weird and powerful.
No, yeah, you think that this is a manifestation of something like far more powerful. Something that has something else that has like an affinity for nature, but that is not itself natural. Birthed this thing.
You.
So something not natural here, but perhaps natural in a different faraway place.
Yes, but it also you think that this thing has a natural affinity towards nature, but it's a non-natural creature in it.
I don't share any of this information, of course. I don't know what my friends are going to do with it.
And I mean, you would assess from it being dead now that like it is very tree-like in its appearance, and its body is resistant to anything that doesn't slap, and it is also immune to acid, electricity, fire, and poison. And you also think this thing was quite intelligent and sentient. Did you have any more specific questions about it?
Can it be affected by mind affecting things?
It actually can.
Cool.
It
Wait,
itself
what?
is not immune to whatchamacallit. Yeah, mind affecting.
If I wasn't completely shut down for the entire fight, I might have been able to do Sister Maria things.
Actually, when
Yeah,
You're
Gus
shut down a little bit
was
longer than that.
When Gus was first making his character, I was like, if he mind swaps this thing, like that would be hilarious.
Oh.
Because that's something
I
that
was-
could have totally happened.
I was tempted, but I wasn't sure if it was gonna work.
Yeah.
And yeah, I was tempted. But I also thought it might also make the DC even then.
Maybe.
Maybe. I mean, it'd be a 21, so I mean, it's hard to say, but still, maybe.
Yeah, this is like the first thing you guys have encountered that is like a direct spawn of a great.
Mm-hmm.
Did you get the channel for Jane?
Thank you. 22 and 15.
Oh no, I left the room, so I didn't get it.
Well, Cormac would wait till everybody's
No,
around.
I'm
He's
at
like-
full health. It doesn't matter.
Okay, thank you. Yes, she gets that.
I'm at like 100 and something hit points because I have 30 temporary hit points as well.
Jane though is looking like a bit unhealthy, like when it had grabbed her and started biting and sucking out her vital fluids. Like she looks thick.
Are those standard?
So it's like a slight bit, like malnourished
take-
almost.
Did she take ability score damage or drain?
She took strength drain.
Oh, strength.
Oh
drain.
well,
Oh,
I'm
okay.
sorry, Jane, but
Mm.
you're gonna have to come to the dream world if you want to get rid of that, and you seem to refuse to do it.
No, she can't get rid of it in the dream world.
Oh, it's strength.
It's physical.
Yup.
We're just gonna have to spend.
I think
money.
we're just gonna have Jane with strength drain the entire rest of the campaign.
Yeah, you're probably right.
Like, what is
Jesus.
useful to us anyway?
She says, it got me good, but
I feel
I
bad.
think I'll be okay.
I'd feel bad. I'll probably end up spending 100 gold off on a fucking diamond dust just to get rid of it.
Oh, I
Even-
could. I have 1,800 diamond dust on my person.
Oh, you already have
Jesus.
the diamond dust.
Yeah, I bought it. I used it when we were doing our spending. I bought 2,000 diamond dust.
Yeah.
Huh.
What were you gonna say, Sin?
Oh, I was gonna say, is anyone making those comments, in character or out of character?
Pretty sure it's all out of character.
Yeah, I saw talking out of character. I mean, Finger's not even in the room right now. He went down to go tell Moon Jr. that we took care of the anomalous friend.
Hmm.
So he's not even on this floor right now. He went down the ladder.
Okay.
And he went to apologize also. Like we kind of made a
Cormac.
bit of a mess. Like it's-
Cormac leaves as well.
the room with all the that has all the fucking skin curtains is even more of a mess than it was before.
Yeah, but that thing's chopped up in little
But-
pieces now.
Oh yeah, the
But-
etheric elemental also had a fun time in here. Did it find anything, by the way? Probably not. I don't know. It rolled 17
It actually
on its
did
perception.
find something.
Oh, okay. So before it
Um,
disappears, it like maybe gives it to Kudu.
Underneath, like all of the debris from the broken rafters, it found this.
Ooh, ooh. This. What is this? Another monster we have
this?
to fight.
What's this?
It found a chest,
A chest. It found a chest.
There was a chest in the attic.
and like it particularly liked it because like when it shook it, like it sounded like there was a lot of like stuff in
Things
it. So like it kept shaking it for a while until its duration exhausted itself,
Oh.
and it like kind of like poop falls to the floor.
Oh, well, they had a fun time in the material world.
Well, let's hope that there's nothing breakable in there.
I know. I was thinking about that
Everything's
too.
broken.
I'm like,
I mean, it
well,
already fell
whatever.
from the attic.
That's true. It already took a tumble.
It probably, yeah. If it was stuff was breakable, it
That's my
probably
favorite
would.
part about this encounter is how they scripted it. Like after it takes this much damage, like it loses its grip and it fucking falls through.
I like
It
it.
is heavy,
This is the
too.
first time. I think this is the first time that the at will featherfall came up, so that was pretty cool for me.
Oh yeah.
I wish I should have been smarter. I should have had the fly. I should have had the fly hex like activated before combat. But I'm always like, oh no, I only have 10 minutes of fly with the fly hex. I should have just been like, fuck it, I use it.
But you also have to use
Yeah.
it in like 1 minute increments, right?
Correct.
But no, yeah, I like this encounter because, like, when you find it, like, it has a huge advantage as far as like its room and how
Oh,
it
yeah.
waits for the PCs to just filter in and then entangle and
Oh
unspeakable
yeah,
presence. And
it's
I do find it funny that Gustav was just like, nope.
yeah, it's like, nope, I just walked right out
He
there.
just leaves, and he's the safest.
I know, yeah, that was the correct
I don't
decision.
did Gustav even do anything in that combat?
He
In
did
terms
stuff.
of, like,
Stabbed
in
it
terms of like
once
fighting
and
it. He tanked an attack.
pulled
I know he did.
Jane
He
up.
tanked a couple of attacks, so that
Yeah.
he did that at least. But he didn't do any damage, right?
He did some
the
minor.
end.
Well, he did some minor damage.
did a little bit at the very end. Okay.
He.
I mean, mostly, let's be
Jane
honest.
get back up onto her feet.
Yeah.
After she got knocked prone. Had Jane gone down, he was going to grab Jane and pull her out of the danger zone.
Yeah.
So he was going to be mostly kind of a hidden
Yeah.
ability
Yeah,
at that
support.
point.
I mean, mostly. Let's be
just-
honest. This was mostly just Cormac killing this thing. Like that was
Yeah.
that was mostly what this entire encounter was. Not that I'm complaining.
It
was
had no
great.
resistance versus a lot of Cormacs.
It was
Yeah.
great.
And
It was-
Cormac is finally the
much
cleric
fighting.
has finally hit the point where like it's becoming functional in
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, and when I get to level 12, I'll have
I feel like I
even more
could have done.
functionality with rage too.
Yeah, I feel like we could have would have ended the combat like twice as fast if I hadn't freaking been
Well,
staggered.
yeah, the
for, like,
staggered,
first
yeah.
part.
hurts
Yeah.
magi.
Magus gets hurt really bad by. I mean, we know that. Like that was my whole strategy when there was the doppelganger version, or not the doppelganger, but you know what I mean, like the evil version of me. That's why I like focused so hard on trying to stagger it, because I was like, well, I know stagger is like really bad for really hard for Magus. To,
It's the bane of a
function under.
Magus.
Yeah, it's really
Okay,
hard for a Magus. to
does
function under.
anybody do anything about the chest that the etheric elemental was
Yeah.
shaking around?
No, I'm upstairs. I'm downstairs. I don't know about it.
Okay,
Cormac will grab it.
I thought
And
Cormac was
he'll-
down here with me.
Drench grabs it.
Yeah, Drench grabs it.
Kudu
Like, it's
will
mine
grab
now.
the chest. I have a heavy load belt, so its weight doesn't matter.
But he wants to hold it.
I'll let
This
him
stuff is
pretend he's
real.
holding it, but I don't know how heavy this thing is, but...
It's a decent sized chest.
I guess
It's
the
a
10
small
points
chest.
ward off from Cormac, because I never. That's like the thing. I didn't even take any damage. I got all these
You
10
gotta
hit
hold it with
points,
both hands,
and then I never got hit.
both arms.
It just I had like one image get broken.
And then, Jane.
Jane
she,
does
is gonna
not
go through
carry the
that.
chest because
The one
she
thing-
has strength
Alright.
strength.
So
No,
Drench
she's-
comes
with my
down the
character.
stairs carrying a chest.
All
One
right.
thing with my character is it does take a lot of setup to get them to that point of
Oh yeah,
damage
like
output.
if you're gonna like be a battle cleric, it's all of your spells are gonna help you do. Same thing
Yeah.
with Mantis's character.
It's with like the divine combat characters, if you catch them like while they're
Unless you're a
resting
war
or
priest
something.
and you action to conjure
yeah.
everything out.
Yeah, your war priest is like the divine version of a magus. But yeah, that's like the thing. Like if you ever catch like Cormac and he doesn't already have his buffs like precast, then it's definitely like he's a lot less effective. Same
But
thing
that's when I go into rage.
That's
Because he's
fair.
pissed.
Yeah, you just go into rage, then you get some of those some of those stat buffs that you would otherwise get that way.
I can't wait till level 12 because once I
Alright,
get level
so-
12, I could get rage
Technically-
power.
Technically, you weren't casting spells for like most of that end of that. Well, I guess you wouldn't have been able to use destructive smite while raging, right? Is that the?
Yeah, I think that's the only issue.
Right,
Is
yeah.
I can't.
So
do that.
Drench comes carrying down the chest, and everybody filters down until they find Fingrim and Mun talking. And he tells you that he is very glad that there will be no more disruptions, as he is carrying out his father's work.
Well, the philanthropic, whatever.
Yes, by work he means
Philanthrope.
making sure
Blah,
that
blah.
his father
I'm not gonna
still
try-
has the image that he created him.
Correct. Yes. Good job. Keep doing that. So yeah, it'll take some time probably to clean out the mess upstairs, especially because we just made it worse. But
You probably heard.
it's safe to do it at least because you won't get murked by the giant tree thing.
Yeah.
By
He
the
says,
anomalous
"You have
friend.
made my work a little easy."
This guy's the alchemist, right? The giant tree thing might have like interesting alchemical properties or something.
Maybe.
It could, and I trust Moon Junior's judgment on if that is something that is worth pursuing. All right, cool. I'm actually pretty content with how things played out. Actually, at the end of last session, I felt kind of defeated, but I feel pretty good about it now. So.
Oh yeah, going to the dream world and having that happen.
And then having him like walk off, acting all robotic. I'm like, oh man, it probably didn't do anything, but it kind of did. And dealing with the anomalous friend, like I don't know, it actually does feel pretty kind of fulfilling. So yeah, we're good on that. And I'll look to the others and say like, I think that we probably can try to go to Kadira now. I'm not sure that there's much else we need to do here. Unless there's something else you want us to do to help with the Darrow. There's a passage downstairs in the basement that leads down to where they live. Is there something? Do you want us to do something to help with that?
Drench shakes the chest and brings it up to Fingrim, his best friend.
Oh, okay. We'll look through that then.
Mun tells you that the relationship with the Darrow will be something that he will work on to keep a secret. And he says, unfortunately, at the time, their wishes will unfortunately go unfulfilled, as I lack the expertise that my father did, and I will do my best to dissuade them from coming here until my father returns.
Well, he's thinking He's thinking like in his head, like, well, hopefully that never happens.
Yeah,
But like he's worried that like what happens if the Darrow get impatient or something like that. He's kind of worried that if we leave the Darrow as like an unresolved thing, it could end up causing problems for Moon Junior. Like they might do something. They might try to attack him or something.
Roll
maybe.
the roll. Thank you for the cheers.
You should seal
yay!
off
Thank you.
that entrance into the Underdark.
Or what he could do is, after you settled all the stuff around the manor, alert the town guard that there's an entrance to the Underdark, and they might come up with something to deal with it.
Mun
Maybe.
Junior doesn't say anything about the
But he
chest, does he? Like that we're holding.
No, he doesn't seem to.
Okay, well I'll look at the chest. I'll open the
Okay.
chest if it's
It's locked.
It's locked. I can't deal with this chest.
Either can Drench.
I throw it on the ground.
Oh no!
I can deal. No, I can't deal with this chest.
This chest is useless to me.
I don't have
It
access
rattles.
to spells.
If you need a good
I
rattler
detect magic on the
for a
chest.
giant.
You
We are
cast detect
stumped.
magic, but
We
you
should-
don't detect any magic on it.
If you
What
tell
type-
me I
does
need to use a
does it
strength
look
check, I'm
What
going
type
home.
of lock does it have? Just a
looks
normal
like a-
key?
It looks like a good lock, but yeah,
We
a
don't
good
have
key.
a key, do we?
Can we try to force open the lock?
I ask Moon
Sure.
Junior, do you
You
know
try
where?
to force it.
Do you know where
Try to
do you know where the key to this chest is? I think it was in the attic.
He says he does not know where the key to that lock is, and He
Unfortunate.
likely is
Let me take a
keeping
look.
whatever my father put in its safe. He says, I would not open it.
Open it.
Okay. I'll take
Try
that
to
under
break the lock
consideration.
with my hands.
Yeah, I guess you could try to pry it open, break the lock that way.
Oh,
You may
God.
not need to.
Is that what?
I do
What?
have the means to go ahead and take care of certain locks that are a little bit trickier.
But that's what that strength check is.
Okay.
You're just like
He tries it
Turn it
anyway.
up.
Does that
I'm
even
just gonna
work though?
force it open.
Yeah, I don't know if that even
Let
works.
me see. That's a pretty high strength.
It is. He rolled like he rolled what he should have rolled on his will save earlier.
Well, the average lock DC was 25 for opening it with disable device.
Oh, yeah.
So
I'm
I think
guessing
a
it would be
24
lower with the
easily
strength
breaks
check.
it. You break the lock.
Okay.
And
that
we
do
just
us
opened
anything?
Pandora's box.
Yeah, it's not locked anymore. You
I
break it
don't
up.
think chest
Didn't
wasn't,
bother
like,
to
turns out the
check
chest was actually the most valuable part of this
He
treasure.
used his insanity strength.
He's insane.
Oh, is it?
Oh dear.
He's so
He's
insane
like-
he can open it.
This chest is an enemy.
This chest has
Are you
glyphs on
sure
it.
I don't
You
know
just
what's
open-
hiding in it.
sister?
It's something we need to find out.
Okay, well,
Okay.
he broke it open.
Drench agrees wholeheartedly.
Yeah, it figures like, well, good job.
There might be more Darrow in this chest. We never know.
Good
That's
job,
a
I
little
guess.
extreme. This is
I
kind of
don't-
small chest.
I'm not expecting to find Darrow in there, but I mean, they are pretty small. Darrow are pretty small.
There might be more skins in here. We never know.
Oh.
That's a little more likely. What do we see in the chest?
Oh, you see some good shit.
Oh.
There might be more hell wasps in here.
There's
That's
a-
not
yeah.
good shit.
It's full of wasps.
That's perspective.
It's bees.
And it
Like
it has a
imagine-
magic mouth effect on it. It's Nicolas Cage's voice. It says, "Not the bee."
Yeah, I'm imagining like you guys have seen like the Oprah bees thing, right? Where it's like they took like the video of her like giving people cars or whatever. Instead, it's bees.
Yeah.
And you get bees. And you get
Everyone gets bees.
bees.
All right. Inside the chest are there was a bag filled with it, but as the elemental like shook it around and like jostled everything inside, the coins have spilled out of the bag. There are
Oh,
500 platinum pieces
Oh.
in this box. There is also a piece of paper where, upon inspection, is the deed to the infirmary, and 6 diamonds.
6 diamonds.
6 diamonds.
I am going to attempt to roll an appraise check on those diamonds to see if they are useful as spell components.
Sure.
Since these are, I get like a bonus as well, right?
You're a dwarf.
I am a dwarf, and
Metals
it
and
is a gemstone. So, 24.
Oh yes, you are certain that the going rate on these diamonds is 1,000 gold apiece.
Okay. Those
Shit.
are 1,000
How
gold
many diamonds were
diamonds. There's 6 of them. So it's 6,000 gold worth of diamonds.
That's a lot of dead people coming back alive.
And 500 platinum
that's,
pieces.
That's like
No.
one dead person coming back
There's
alive.
only one? Really? Wait.
No,
Yeah,
it's not even one dead person coming back alive.
It has to be 10,000.
No, it
Well,
has to be
5,000.
a diamond
5,000?
worth 5,000.
Ah, you
But
could just.
the platinum pieces could buy a 5,000 gold diamond because
That's
there's 500
true.
platinum pieces.
That's
Well, that's true. But couldn't you just like mash the diamonds together?
No.
Okay. Well, no.
You're
you
the
can
dwarf. You tell
Doesn't
us.
work that way.
What you can do actually though is you could sell gemstones at full value, so you can sell the 1,000 gold
Yeah.
diamonds and buy like a single one worth 5,000, and like
Yeah.
you're
Or
not.
you could crush them Like with an adamantine
diamond
weapon
dust.
or
I-
something, and make diamond.
I'm going to take
Yeah.
my at least one diamond.
Sure.
Well,
I'm going to give any extra
we
diamonds to Cormac. I'm going to give
Yeah.
any extra diamonds to Cormac because I know that he's got stuff that could use them as material components.
Well, didn't this guy just say not to open it?
He said that he wouldn't open it.
He wouldn't open it. I give him the deed, though. I pull out that deed to the asylum, and I hand it to him.
Oh, he thanks you because he
And-
didn't have the means to open this. But if he needs to prove that
Exactly.
he is the owner to the infirmary, this will be most
Yes.
useful. And he might need to provide some paperwork. And
while your
stuff.
father isn't here,
Like-
you are the owner of this asylum.
You know what? Let's give him some funds too. That way he can at least get materials and make sure he operates.
By the time this adventure is over, you guys come back to Casimir, and he's just the king of the city.
He's the king of
That's
Casimir.
fine. That's
I'd be
fine.
okay with that, you know.
Sister also takes his share of what's in this chest.
Yeah.
500.
All right.
Every-
You guys can split it
100
sideways.
platinum pieces.
Cormac recommends. He talks to Mun Jr. and he says, "I recommend not mentioning that you're your father's son and take on the
Oh, no, he
personality
wasn't-
of your father."
Yeah, that's what he was planning to do.
Okay,
Yeah.
I just in conversation.
He
too.
says that you already know who and what I am. It is important that everyone else maintain their perception.
Yes.
Cormac nods his
That
head.
is why my father created me.
All right. So what was how many diamonds did Cormac get? And
5
what's the
diamonds
split?
worth
500
1,000 gold. I'm just gonna have you hold on to those.
It's 100 platinum pieces, and you can take a diamond.
Well, I figured. I mean, I guess we could split. Everyone gets one of the diamonds, but I figured.
Even Jane gets a diamond.
I suppose.
Yeah, we'll just
I
split
figured.
it.
I honestly. I mean, I figured you could just have my diamond. I'm not. I
Yeah,
don't have any
just-
spells that use diamonds.
Yeah, take my diamond and then we'll turn it
and
into dust and
We'll either turn it into dust if we need to, or
If we need to, you mean we should?
when we do. Yeah,
Yeah,
we'll probably. We'll
lots of
probably end up-
restorations. In
There are
my
many
future.
restorations in your future.
I guess
Yes.
in theory, I might want him back because if I end up getting the spell Stone Skin, because that uses diamond dust as well, right? But so I guess well, you know what, I'll hold on to mine just in case I need a cat. But so I'll add one the diamond in there actually from.
So they're all worth 500, and how
They're all
so
worth
how many-
1,000.
Oh, 1,000. So how many am I getting? Just so I can plug it in.
At
my
least
chart.
one. At least one.
Well, hold on
it
to
depends.
mine.
Okay, so 2 then.
Well, that's the
Gustav
one
will
that
take,
he's getting, so 3.
Gustav will take one of the diamonds and take the 100 platinum.
Okay.
So you get. It sounds like you're getting 3, and then me, Gus, and Sister Maria are holding on to 1. Well, maybe Jane is holding on to 1. I don't know if she wants to keep it herself. I'm not.
And we're splitting the platinum.
Yeah, 5 ways. 100 platinum each.
100. Okay.
Because there's 5 of
All right.
layers.
So I have a.
Well, I have
I
money. All of a
I
sudden.
have a diamond worth 1,000 gold. I might, like I said, I might just give that to Cormac later if he's like running low on diamond dust and we need more diamond dust. I could do it that way. But I'm thinking I'm probably gonna get stone skin here pretty soon, so I might want some diamond dust just for that, and I grind it into my own diamond dust so that I have that as well. But we'll see. We'll see if I end up needing it. I can also use it to pay for my own like restorations in the future. So I'll just hold on to it. So suddenly you're getting 3 diamonds worth 1,000 gold each.
Yep.
I like that I still have 3 unappraised pearls from. I'm just gonna leave this from my sheet because I don't. Last time I mentioned them, like nobody could remember where we got them. So like, even if I rolled an appraised check, nobody would know what they are. So
They were in the second book.
they were all the way back then. I probably would know what they're worth if Matt knows what they're worth.
I mean,
But
I
I don't know
have
if Matt
pearl
remembers.
earrings on, and I don't know the
I know what they're
value
worth.
of those.
Oh, you know what these unappraised pearls are worth? I'm gonna attempt an appraise check on them, and I rolled a 2.
You still don't know
I
what
can
they're
help you.
worth.
Who knows? They're a mystery. Here, look at these.
Oh, that's not the
we
right roll. But I
Does
still-
our
I
new
don't know.
ally that
No
I
one
have-
seems
knows
to
what they're
identify
worth.
I have
everything?
these strange pearls. I don't know anything about them.
Let
We
me take
don't
a
have
look.
pearls in the Underdark. Because I
think
came
that's
from, like-
probably not true.
So Gustav's going to
There's
take a look at the pearls
probably
and
underdog
just
voices.
examine them. He'll start with a simple appraise check.
That's not a
All
praise,
right, go
Cormac.
ahead and praise. Oh.
Cormac does a jump.
Almost.
He's like, "Yay, yay, pearls!"
Can somebody assist?
Yeah, Cormac doesn't
I-
give shit about wealth. He's just more
Who
like,
fucking
what's
knows,
his
man?
battle? What's his
These
battle
pearls-
purpose?
These pearls.
These pearls are
know what?
priceless,
I
obviously.
throw these
Before we get the
pearls.
Hold
at
on.
you.
What was that, Sim?
Before we get the results on that, let me see if I can go ahead and apply one of my investigations on it.
It's an intelligence skill-based check, so you might be able to roll a
So
1d6.
let me see on that really quick if that applies.
I need to
Cormac
look through my
gets
character
the-
sheet more often.
It
Cormac
does not
gets
apply
the-
to that, but I can spend a mental focus instead and work on using that for where is it? Gotta find the skill again.
I probably should avoid double clicking my name in chat if
Sudden
that's what
insight.
that does, because
Okay.
that's just gonna crash my roll 20.
So
Oh yeah, Mantis,
Uh,
I've been reading your things. Don't worry, I'm not ignoring.
So sudden insight to add 5 to the roll.
Hooray! Do you know?
You know that each of these pearls is worth 100 gold.
All right.
Looks like
How many pearls are there?
There's 3 of them.
Yeah,
These are
it's 300 gold.
These are from all the way back in book 2.
each of these pearls are worth 300. Or sorry, worth 100 gold pieces.
Well, if there were so much, you could have them. They are unnerving to me.
well.
I give you 3 pearls worth 100 gold each.
Very well. Thank you.
They're unnerving. I don't want to see them anymore.
Does Kudu's pearl earrings unnerve you?
Yes, now they
Oh,
didn't
shoot.
before, but they do now. I avoid making eye contact with your earrings.
Uh-oh.
All right, maybe we can use these pearls to purchase our ship. or
Hey, yeah.
voyage.
That's fair. They could go towards that, but I'm gonna have Gus hold on to them because he knows the value of them and I don't. What other interesting stuff
Honestly,
do I have?
If we had if we were to bring one item from the dream world here,
Oh my god.
we would want to bring in the Bloodwind.
Oh shit, the ship.
Yeah, probably. We just like we're sailing that over to Kadira.
Yeah,
Like,
we
of
might all go
any
crazy
item,
sailing
They found
most
the
useful for our
secret.
quest
Yeah.
is the Bloodwind.
Would
Because for like an hour a day, it can go like double the
Super
speed
fast.
of a normal
But-
ship.
but it has the little issue of it wanting to enslave us all at the same time. Like, is it really
Right.
worth the risk?
But the captain, if we could figure out a way to prevent ourselves from being taken over,
Sure. That's a
and exerting our will
Yeah,
over
let's,
it,
Let's stretch far. For
that's a
things.
pretty big if, but
Yeah.
yes, that's fair.
it's not outside the realm of probability.
Yeah.
Well, it was a ship made for taking slaves. So if you say that I got to go pick up some slaves
Okay.
in Kadira, then it might be more.
We could.
And
There
we're
are,
not the
um,
slaves, Mr.
We're
Ship.
not. We know enough about it that we're not denizens of Lang, so it won't willingly follow our actions, even if we tell it that we're going to go pick up slippers.
I also have a
We have to exert our will.
That's also true.
I have a set of ivory dice worth 700 gold pieces still, apparently. Still have
Yeah.
those.
I know what I can do.
And I have a bejeweled lantern worth 450 gold. I don't know where I got this, but this is something I have. So I do have some
That
valuables.
lantern's from the asylum.
Yeah, it was.
It's
Yeah, I think you're
it's the
right.
lantern that the kids use for shadow puppets.
Right.
Okay. I also have a wooden unicorn statuette, but I'm not giving that away, and I don't think
Oh,
it actually
no.
has any monetary value.
It has
It's your
sentimental value.
it's your link to the fucking unicorn.
It's the link to the unicorn in the dream world, so yeah, I'm not giving that up. But yeah, I could sell the ivory dice or the bejeweled lantern if we need some extra funds. So
Ooh, so what do we do now?
Okay, so it's 9:30, so I'm probably going to wrap up session soon. I
Uh-huh.
wanted to ask you guys, what do you want to do now that you've fought this thing in the infirmary? Do you want to pursue the Darrow thing? Or do you want to maybe try and move yourself somehow to Kadira?
I don't really care about the Darrow problem. I feel like it's always going to be a problem, like, unless you exterminate. I don't know.
I feel like the Darrow problem is something that's going to be too big of a issue for us to tackle.
You know what?
Like, I
You know
think
what? You know what the Darrow thing is? It's the epilogue of this campaign.
Heh.
Yeah, or it's the outside the scope of this adventure problem.
Maybe it might be an alternate way to get to Kadira. I
Yeah,
think
we
that's
talked about
probably,
that as well.
I think that's probably low on the list of things that it's probable of, but like we do know that there like strange things can happen in the Underdark. Like out of character, we know.
Oh, yeah.
We
And
just have to
probably in
shape
character
change
with our
into
knowledge
them
dungeoneering and
and
stuff.
pretend
we
we're
can-
one of them and hang out and, you know.
I mean, yeah, Fingrim actually has been in the Underdark or the Darklands
Yeah,
before
the Darklands.
as well.
Cormac,
Like
Cormac
that's his
has-
backstory.
Kudu has not.
He was like a soldier in the Darklands, and I have like the trait from like fighting Drow basically. So I have like
Cormac
bonuses for his
has-
elves, which never comes up because we don't fight elves very often in this campaign.
What was
yeah,
that?
Paizo
Cormac
loves elves. There's gonna be one.
Cormac
was
has
one.
access
He
to
was weird
stone
looking.
shape too, so he could go down
Oh,
there
that's
in stone
right, he
shape.
wasn't very elf-
Stone
Oh,
shaped
yeah.
entrance.
Yeah, well, also like not just the entrance, but like crawl down, use
Yeah.
stone shape, and basically seal up that whole hole.
That would take a lot of uses of stone shape.
To seal up the
But-
entire
or-
hole, but you could just stone shape a good portion of it.
Portion of it, yeah, to make it to where it's even harder for them to get through. Because even if you stone shape, they might be able to dig their way through that whatever
Right.
stone.
Yeah,
We dig, and find the whole way through.
because I mean, I don't think that'll stop the Darrow from being a problem. But like I said, I think the
Just
Darrow,
go that
at least having him not bother Moon Junior would probably be something that like Fingrim would be happy about.
Yeah. So how long does that take you?
Well, it'd take a day to prepare all. of them.
Right,
I
I
could
mean-
prepare 4 of them.
And if we're planning to take a boat to Kadira, we're
Yeah,
probably
you got some
having. We probably have a few days anyway before the boat leaves. Like it's probably not going to leave right the same.
But the
So-
voice in our head.
Told us to hurry, yes. And I know also like the next day I'll probably want to prepare Monstrous Physique, and we're probably going to do the dream ritual tomorrow and try to get rid of the insanity.
Oh, actually, you guys reminded me of something. So, okay, so this was supposed to happen as it dies, but
Okay.
it's been a little bit since the thing died, so it's just gonna happen now.
All right.
But what was it? Sister Maria, Fingrim, Cormac, and Kudu, you all feel that psychic communication happening that like really hurts your head, and that like staticky clicking voice comes back and it says, It sends its tendrils through their minds to gather its strength. But despite your knowledge, you are clean. You can stop it. Don't let it infect this world and serve it to Carcosa.
Carcos.
Alright. So even though it's painful to hear this voice, it sounds like it's an ally. Kind of. But yeah. So it's just telling us, it's not really telling us much useful. Do what you're gonna do anyway.
I mean, it
Thank
sounds like we're
strange
immune
voice.
to its effects or whatever.
Or
No.
resistant to it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't think that changes much. But
Well,
We're
he
the
says it.
chosen ones. That's
We've
what
heard the
it does.
voice. We heard the voice on the dream world. So
Yeah.
if it's getting to us now, we might not want to go back to the dream world because it might be stronger.
But it seems like it's trying to tell us to prevent.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. It doesn't sound. I don't think that's a problem if it.
Hazardton
contacts us.
Lulls' plan.
Yeah,
Well,
even
not
though it's-
actually Hazardton Lulls.
Even though it's painful to hear it, it's telling us to like. It sounds like it's an ally.
Telling us to get moving.
Yeah, it's telling us
Yeah.
to get moving, and like it's telling us to not like to stop Carcosa from like infringing upon the, which is what we want to do anyway. So like it's. I'm not that concerned about that voice. Other than the fact that it wants us to hurry up, which makes me think, oh man, maybe we should hurry up. But
I'm just thinking doomsday. I don't know.
but I don't know that we have any way to get to Kadira really
We can
quickly.
try to. After hearing that, I am going to try to get a boat that leaves in the early morning tomorrow. Arranged,
Okay.
And I'm going to ask for the valuables that Fingrim has.
Okay.
So the
The
ivory
dice, the lantern, and the
Okay.
pearls.
I don't have the pearls.
Ooh.
If you need, I can come with and see if I can
But I
No,
can
I'm
give you the
fine.
get
dice.
my charm.
I can give you the dice and the lantern.
I'll take the dice and the
Do
lantern
you
then.
need that much gold?
I don't know.
He might not need that much gold.
Try to barter. Don't just give it all.
Make sure you add that to your sheet because I'm deleting it off mine.
Okay, how much was this?
700 gold ivory dice. 450 gold bejeweled lantern.
I mean, we're gonna be selling these for half price, so if I can get a bargain for
Cormac's
Because they're
like,
valuable,
get us
they're
a
not
pleasure
gems.
barge so we don't have to fucking do
Yeah.
anything.
You couldn't
if
have
I can
gained more.
trade these like 1-for-1 for like a really good ship, then
Yeah, a fast ship that is going directly to where we want or something.
Cormac
if-
says to Sister, I recommend you go see that Knoll fellow or that gnome fellow. He said he
I'm
mentioned
going to try and find him first, and that's what I'm going to do. And I'm going to go try and find that gnome fellow.
Is that gonna be
Okay.
next session then?
It's probably going to be more detailed in next session. But let me see something. I'm looking at a map of Galarian. Where? Let's see. Casimir is.
Okay, look for Absalom and look right above Absalom. That's what
Yeah.
Casimir is. It's literally just north of Absalom, like straight up north.
We're honestly
Yeah.
not that far from Kadira.
Yeah, you're not.
Kadira is just
Okay,
south
so
of Absalom.
You're offering like more than 1,000 gold worth of stuff for passage.
So I'm going to sort of belliger this gnome into telling me what is the fastest ocean-worthy ship he's ever built.
Oh.
And then I am going to find it and offer them the gold for them to go to our destination and refuse to drop their other business and take us to our destination.
Yeah,
we're
no
sti-
stops along
Are we
the
going
way.
to Kathir, like the capital of Kadira?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that's actually not that
So
far
is
away.
it Justice or Maria doing this, or is anyone else?
I'm not very
talking.
diplomatic.
I'm going to go by myself.
Gustav will be. This is to go and get a ship.
Yeah.
Yeah, Gustav's going with that.
So Gustav's insisting on going. I don't go
Yeah.
because I'm not going to be
Okay.
helpful.
He's
So
gonna be
I
going
heard
with
what Sister
yeah.
Maria is doing. Sister Maria is forcing a trade with a lot of valuable.
Mm-hmm.
Gus, do you have anything to add?
And I can roll face skills if you would like.
Not at the moment.
He's simply just gonna ask.
What's the value to get to go from here down to?
What's the name of the city?
Kathir?
Kathir.
Because
Kathir.
that's where we
Kathir.
need to go.
And this is the gentleman that I believe Sister Maria said he was asking. This is Ethan,
Yeah, I'm asking about the fastest ship he ever built, and then I'm finding
Chief
that.
Shipwright Etham.
Okay. Yeah. So he's basically gonna find out what the cost is for to go from Casimir over to.
I mean, with the
Kathir.
amount of valuables we're offering, I think we can just buy a boat potentially. Like just buy our own boat.
Yeah, but he's looking for the fastest boat, and I don't really
Yeah,
know how
I
to
guess
sail
built.
a boat.
Okay.
Also, that has a
Yeah,
crew that will sell.
I guess that's the thing. It actually looks like sailing ships are 10,000 gold, so we're probably not getting to buy one. We can rent one.
Right, I'm commissioning the entire ship for.
Right. That's what
a
I'm saying.
mission.
So for that much gold, though, we probably will get like a ship where like we're not getting like a merchant vessel. We're literally just hiring them. Be like, you're not moving cargo. You're literally just moving us to Kathir. Yeah.
Yeah.
So like we are your only customers in this case because we're offering like that much money.
So you're asking him what's the fastest ship he's ever
The
commissioned?
fastest seaworthy ship he's ever built.
Okay. Let's see. Okay. So, well, first of all, you go to him and you push around all of your wealth, and Gus.
Oh, I'm not trying to push around my wealth on him. I'm like belligerent him into doing this.
Okay.
Like you want to know who you need to talk to, like who has.
Yeah,
the
I want to know
Yeah.
where I push my wealth onto. I'm not pushing my wealth onto him.
Well, he tells you and Gus, and he's more. Even though he knows you, your tone has him like trying to avoid contact with you, and he'd rather tell. But he tells you that he once worked on what they call in the Taldan Navy a steam giant.
A steam giant?
A steam giant.
Tell me more about this steam giant.
They're like
He tells you.
they're like 80,000 gold.
Yeah. He tells you that it is quite a vessel.
Well, based off of this description you're providing, I'm assuming it is a steam-powered ship.
Oh, it is.
What's the general speed that it can go? How many knots?
Or miles if have to be translated.
Or feet, if that's
What
what
is the name of the ship?
I don't know, whatever-
Is this
whatever
in
the
the
measurement
ocean,
is,
and are we
the
going to
max.
be in the ocean?
Yeah, we're gonna be in
Let's
the
see.
Inland Sea.
Inland Sea, yeah.
He tells you that it's a vessel that can go about. He says that this thing goes like 100 knots at full at full speed.
100.
It's
That's
quite
really
fast.
fucking fast for a ship.
That is insanely fast.
Oh, my
That's
reading
insanely
these
fast by
conversions
our
wrong?
standards.
Maybe I'm reading these conversions wrong. 1 nautical mile is
I wouldn't worry. I wouldn't get technical into it.
15 miles per.
We don't need to know the technicalities of this stuff.
Yeah, 100 knots is
Oh, okay.
115 miles
That
per
was
hour.
It's gonna get there, and you're gonna.
It's
accept
so
the time.
fast. Jesus.
It's probably half of that at most.
Yeah, we're talking more like 40 something, like 40 knots.
Yeah, that's still really fast.
That's still really fast.
Like what is it? The like dolphins go like somewhere around like 25ish to 30, and that's pretty damn fast.
Oh, we're getting technical. Okay.
The fastest,
Point
the
is,
fastest powered nuclear submarine can reach.
He
speeds
tells
of
you.
28
That are
knots.
your nuclear vessels.
Yeah. Hey, it might be like elementally powered or something.
It might be a
never
nuclear
know.
powered
Actually, no. In fact, he tells you
Steam
that it is
elementally
a
powered.
boat. It doesn't run off of normal steam. Is that it's bound a steam elemental in its furnace.
Very fascinating.
I like that.
Slavery.
Similar to a
Are you
protein
paying
engine,
it?
from the sound of it.
Is it okay with this?
He was commissioned to build the ship and not quite the thing that harnesses the power, but he knows of it, and that that is a generous amount of money that you're offering, and that for the 6 of you that you could probably purchase a passage aboard it.
Gus does a knowledge engineering to kind of just generally kind of talk the general mechanics of the ship.
He enjoys that actually a lot.
And he actually starts, he starts inquiring on the similarities between this and a protein engine.
Luckily, I'm not there.
A protein engine. He's heard of that.
Yes, they're a bit further south, if I recall. At least the last one I've heard about that was still in commission.
He says he'd like to see one for himself.
Yeah, take a river.
He says he'd like to see one for himself, but he speaks in this monotone. But work has me busy here, and if I don't do my work here, then who knows what kind of problems are going to show up.
Well, perhaps one day. Well, either way, a ship of this sort, is it actually here docked here in this region? Is it something that we can access?
Yes, it is. He tells you that yes, he has the ship's ID, and he knows that it's that it can arrive in port here.
Well, I'd be certainly interested in checking out such a ship. It sounds like that this is one that is designed for ocean travel, correct?
Oh yes.
And
this thing is designed to transport the Taldan army across the.
I can imagine that it would be good for that, transporting perishable goods and such, and it would be a very useful thing for
speed and efficiency is what they wanted for their warship. So that's what I.
Is this something that the governor here has actually asked you to work on?
Oh yes, he says I am the chief chief shipwright for the Taldan Navy.
Very fascinating. Well, I would love to see such a fine ship.
And you will. You will. It's been nice talking with you.
A pleasure as well. And I hope you have a wonderful rest of the day.
On that note, he's going to go ahead and leave the area. He's going to go ahead and head over to the docks and inquire about that particular ship.
Okay, actually, you would be going where Sister Maria is going, and you actually have to talk to the people in the government here of Casimir, because this is a Taldan war.
I negotiate a contract of the ship.
All right. Yeah, Gus is kind of like a good cop, and Sister Maria plays hardball here.
No,
and
I
you
don't need Gus to be good cop. I've got this.
I find it funny that Gus is really just the like in the way of your sinister plans.
But yeah, like if you're offering up this kind of wealth, they're more than willing to let you guys take a ride on this steam power, which they say should be able to get you to Kadira within a few weeks.
A few weeks. How soon can this ship depart?
Give it a couple of days.
Couple of
Settle
days.
your affairs here in Casimir.
Sounds good. We can also supply up before we go. We're going to need lots of various supplies if we're going to be on a ship for a few weeks. There's going to be bound to be need to. There's going to be bound to be things to read, food to eat, and the weather's probably going to be not the best over in a more deserty region. So I'd say dress appropriately.
Yep. And
So-
with that, we're going to end session. I'm also going to give you some experience for some of the things you did not encounter in the infirmary, but that you have kind of dealt with. With Mun Jr., I guess, as you guys are calling him. That's like his official name.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He is actually going to make sure that the Darrow don't kind of like run amok. He's going to act as a stand-in for his creator, and at least for a time, push back their dealings with.
Okay.
So I'm going to give you the experience as if you had fought them, because they have. It's a threat that's been effectively been neutralized.
And we're probably also. I mean, we also could still go do the thing before we leave tomorrow morning, like go.
I think
stone
we
shape.
would be doing that.
Oh yeah, and I'm taking the stone shaping into account too. That would also discourage them from.
Yeah. Cool.
All right. Well, that was fun.
Okay, let me see. Before you guys go, I'm just going to give you the experience here real quick. I'm just tallying it up.
And thanks for our new viewers for hanging out.
Yeah, thank you. We appreciate those cheers and views, and also the kind words.